Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bellefonte High School. I'm sure this field has a name, but I don't know it off the top of my head. Everything else seems to have a name. But we just got to watch the Eagles run out here. It is homecoming night here at Bellefonte, and the Red Raiders will do their homecoming festivities at halftime. I do believe we will be bringing that to you with an open mic here. But Keith Green is back in the booth.
Yes, I am.
Welcome back, Keith. And your dad did a great job last week. If he was just here somewhere close by that I could tell him that, I would. Sorry, folks. He's running the camera, so he's the all-purpose back for all intents and purposes here.
Yeah, the sun just a few minutes ago set over the horizon.
I am thankful for that.
On Rogers Stadium here. Bald Eagle Bellefonte playing for the Curtain Bowl, the big one.
Yes, that's right. That's right. And it is a big game. It's a big game for both teams. Both teams come in 2-3. Bellefonte with wins over Tyrone and Penns Valley, both close wins, 21-20, 27-20. But they sandwich between those three losses. Forest Hills 35-0, Bishop Guilfoyle 7-0, and Clearfield 21-18. And I actually said, the way Bishop Guilfoyle's playing, that BG loss might be the prettiest thing on their schedule at this point. The most impressive thing on their schedule. But they do come in with Hunsinger's their quarterback, about 300 yards passing on the season, a touchdown, 2 interceptions. It doesn't look like they throw the ball much. It looks like most of their offense is going to run through those running backs, specifically Smith Kirk. 56 carries on the year for 507 yards, 9.1 average.
Yeah,
that's pretty nice.
Yeah, and both of these teams are very, very good on defense, and in some ways this game will be decided on who can actually put some points on the board and get some big chunk plays and move the ball down the field.
Yeah, and I think the offensive lines are going to determine a lot here. We were watching Bellefonte's a little bit smaller, I think. It's hard to tell. We got a great view up here, but it does look makes everything look smaller. The Bellefonte line is a little smaller but very athletic.
Yeah.
The Bald Eagles got a little bit of a mix. We've got some size in there, and we've got some serious athletes in there. But we'll see how that game works out, and we'll see what kind of adjustments these coaches make after watching film for a week.
Yeah, this is going to be an exciting week 6 here. Not just this game, but all across the district here as the Red Raiders get ready to make their entrance to enter Sandman a little. Was that Texas A&M?
Kind of like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope it doesn't work, but I like it. They got the flag bearers and everything. Wow. That is all kinds of fancy. We're just rednecks. I don't know anything about all that.
No, I didn't see any. I think we're.
But your Eagles do come in at 2-3 after that big win last week against Phillipsburg, 21-14. The week before, they let one slip away with Tyrone and lost 21-14. But then the Penns Valley win the week before, 21-0, and started off the season a little rough with losses to Huntington and Penn Cambria, which at this point in the season, really not looking like bad losses. Both those teams are playing really well. So.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about some of the games later on.
Did you hear it? Rogers Stadium.
Yeah, I mentioned it before.
I'm sorry. I should listen to you more. You were just saying that, I think.
I was, yeah.
Maybe. I can't remember exactly.
Roger, what's weird is obviously I'm the youngest person I think ever be on this crew, but even I remember the old Rogers Stadium with the wooden bleachers.
Yeah.
And this facility is awesome. It's great. It's new. It's updated. I kind of like the old one better.
Yeah, a little homey. It's like watching wrestling in Rec Hall versus
it had character.
Versus Bryce Jordan Center.
It had character.
Well, and the other thing is, they designed this, and I understand they had limited space, and they've got a beautiful track and a really nice field here, but it's always awkward to have all the bleachers on one side. So the side across from us has no bleachers, just track and a sign commemorating the Jeremy Herbstreit and Lieutenant Jonas Martin Panic track that's here. But, the no bleachers on the other side, to me, we got up here, we're facing right into that sun. I mean, we're up on the, in the crow's nest here.
Well, luckily this is later on in our season. Before previous seasons, we were playing them like week 2, week 3 or something, and we were staring into the sun for the first quarter.
Just let Doug know we're not doing any junior high games. They start early, and I'm not interested.
So both teams coming out here for the simulated toss.
We got 76 Mason Masulo, number 3 Grady Clark, number 58, Gage Gardner, number 1, Colin Cunningham, your captains for Bald Eagle. The Raiders send out number 5, Alton Howell, number 6, Ashton Howell, number 28, Jackson Long, and number 50, Logan Rarick. And kind of impressive that, the number 5 there, the Howell boy, he's a freshman coming out with captains.
Yeah, that speaks a lot to how much this, not only the staff but the team, appreciates him and recognizes how good of a player he is. He's going to be one to watch for sure. And a couple other good names to watch here for the Bellefonte team. The name tonight to watch is going to be Craven Smith-Kirk, the junior running back. So far 3 touchdowns on the year. He's a great all-rounder and averages 10.6 yards per carry.
Wow.
And
big
also,
numbers.
Yep. Brennan Hunsinger, the 5'11" sophomore quarterback, is going to be another name to watch here.
So Smith-Kirk's number 11, and I'm looking at him over there, and he's a good-sized back, and we've seen a few good-sized backs this year. Had a little trouble with the backs at Penn Cambria and their speed and size combination, so something to watch for.
And on top of that, you don't get 10 yards of carry without a good line in front of you.
Right.
And again, that's going to be one of the tests for this Eagle team coming in here. Some of the names on the Eagle team, Grady Fisher has been a great player for us all season long so far. The senior wide receiver turned quarterback, 5 total touchdowns now on the year for him. Also, Drew Nagel, the sophomore linebacker, 7.8 tackles a game he's averaging so far. He's a big one. And being at that middle linebacker position, you're kind of like the quarterback of the defense. You're kind of you're directing things. The secondary behind you kind of has their own reads that they can do. You don't have to do too much. But in terms of the defensive line, he's really directing things. And, being a sophomore, he's come into that role very, very early. So it'll be interesting to see how he develops, not only through this season, but as in the next seasons as well. And up front, you got Gage Gardner and Nino Daniker, both 2 sacks so far on the year. Gage Gardner being a senior and Nino Daniker being a freshman.
Yeah, and we really do. I know I talked about Daniker a lot last week, but he's been pretty much unblockable the last 2 weeks. One of my friends from Tyrone watched that game and said he needs to be on the field on every snap, every kick, every return. And right now we see him on that far side on kickoff return. So big number 77 for Bellefonte. That is a big kicker. William Oskin. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I apologize to his parents, but he's going to let it fly here. A little pooch kick. Caught about the 27. That's Johnson. He gets out to about the 35, and he's swarmed there. And I guess we're not going to use the whistles tonight to signify when a play is over, because that one just kept going. He's out to about the 34-yard line.
Yep, that's where they'll start their drive. Some things here for this game. This will be the 72nd meeting between the Eagles and Bellefonte. Bald Eagle leads the all-time series 39-31 and 1 draw.
Eagles come out in a heavy set here. 2 tight ends left side. Cunningham in motion, 1 receiver left. There's a snap, and he's going to go around that right side. That's contained pretty well, but he's going to get about 3 on the carry.
Yeah, and that was what we call a rack.
Yeah.
Run after contact. He got an extra 2, maybe an extra 3 after the contact on that one. So some good legs under him.
Yeah, and their defensive end did his job there. He came upfield just far enough so that he couldn't get outside, and give Fisher credit for just getting up in there and getting what he could. So now we've got Millward split right, but everything's tight inside. 3 receivers in a stack formation here. Fisher rolls out. He's got a little room. He tries to shove it in there to Cunningham, and he was well covered. He's looking for a flag, but that was pretty solid coverage.
Yeah, he was looking for that flag, and you'd have to go to instant replay to see any kind of foul play there. I mean, he got there maybe a tad bit early, but it looked clean.
Give Fisher credit. He did put it in there. It's just it's tough to catch in traffic like that. So we're going to have a 3rd and 7 here. Kind of an obvious passing situation if there's such a thing.
We'll see what they do here. Fisher
tight splits again here. Receivers are all in tight. A little adjustment week to week here. A little swing pass out here to Millward. And he turns it up and gets to the 41. That's going to be short of the first down by about 3.
Yep, they're going to bring on the special teams unit here.
Good safe pass to start the game. I think in a game like this where you're anticipating a defensive struggle, probably a safe call is the right call.
Yep.
We have not tried running up the middle yet. I'm curious to see what that looks like. Their line looks bigger now that they're down on the field across from the Eagles.
Well, they're testing the edges. They're trying to make them, that Raider defense spread out and guard them across, sideline to sideline.
Your quarterback is your punter, and he looked for a long time for the signal there, but he gets it out of there. That's going to be over the head of just to this side of the receiver, and he's going to try to play it here. Oh, boy, he was thinking about it, but he's going to let it roll dead. Smart move. And that's down by Johnson at the 8-yard line. And solid punt.
The thing about that punt is he didn't even really get under it as well. It
had
a nice spiral, but that was pointing upward, and he still got it down to the 8-yard line there. So,
yeah, that's a solid punt. I mean, we were at our own 41, so you're looking at 41 yards.
Bellefonte Bites. Head on down to the football concession stand and order up some Bellefonte Bites. That's our restaurant spotlight for tonight.
We'll see what the Raiders come out. Look here.
Sorry, I've been corrected. 51 yards on that punt with no return. That's perfect. Yeah, Bellefonte's got 2 receivers left, 1 right. Smith Kirk is a sidecar. It's a little swing pass. That's incomplete, I think. Yeah, incomplete. That was a dangerous pass.
Yeah, and you can see there's some blocks trying to be made, but those blocks ended up getting blown up. And not a very big window for him to pass that ball through.
Yeah, Colin Cunningham the last couple weeks is flying around from that defensive back position. He attacks the run and those little short passes hard. So similar formation. Now 2 wides right and 2 wides left. Again with the sidecar. I think they're trying to spread them out here and maybe try to do something a little safer here. Oh, bad snap over the head. It's going to touch the end line, and Bald Eagle is going to take a 2-0 lead.
And it's plays like that in this kind of game that can swing the tide. And this one is going to be a close game as we're projecting. And, giving up those 2 points early could mean the difference between, victory and defeat in this one.
I have to say, Bellefonte has more cheerleaders than any team I think I've ever seen before. That is an impressive number of cheerleaders. They're 4 or 5 rows deep there. I mean, they have more football players than a lot of high school teams have football players. Should I be giving credit to the person that texted me that? Yeah, that is Todd Warner's favorite play, by the way.
Snap over the head of the quarterback.
Yeah, he likes it on when it stays in the end zone for a chance, but we'll take it. And that does mean that the free kick from Bellefonte will come from the 20-yard line. They're all standing about the 22, but they would be offsides there.
We were talking about memorializing people and honoring people. That is from now to the end of time.
Yes.
That will be known as the Warner Special.
Absolutely, the Warner Special. And he's going to punt this. The kick is away.
That's a good
Now,
punt.
why are we calling for a fair catch? Oh, my. You get a lot of room in front of him there, but calls for the fair catch at the 35-yard line. Thought maybe we'd get it up around midfield there, but
yeah, that was interesting to say the least.
I think maybe we weren't prepared for the punt. I think we were thinking kickoff, and a ball that high on a kickoff is going to be guys all around you. So
Bellefonte in a 4-3 here.
Your score banner is 0-0 still. I have no idea how to fix that. That's going to take a smarter person than me. Cunningham in motion. Handoff inside. Oh, the throwback here. And Fisher's open. He's got it down the sideline. He breaks a tackle. He's at the 40, the 30. Guy's got an angle on him. The 20, 15, 10. He's out of bounds at the 7-yard line. Who threw that ball? That was a beautiful pass. Was it Cunningham? No, Cunningham tossed it to number 2.
That's Bo Taylor.
Bo Taylor back on the field. That can't be right, can it? I thought he was out for the season. I mean, it looks like Bo Taylor.
I mean, that is a number 2 there.
That's huge if we got Bo Taylor back.
It's tropical snow at the Rogers Stadium at the football concession
I have.
stand.
What is he saying? Tropical snow? He said there was a correction.
Well, they're doing ad reads on the
That's interesting.
thing here. I don't know what's going
All
on.
right, so Baldy's got the ball at the Bellefonte 8-yard line. Cunningham in motion. We're going to have a toss to McCulley. He's bottled up, but drives the legs, and he's at the 6. Going to give him a gain of about 2. What a big pass play.
For the Eagles. Gavin Dufour brings him down.
57 yards there on the first attempt at a deep ball, and it was actually reasonably well covered. That was what was impressive.
Gain of a yard makes it 2nd down and goal from the 7-yard line.
I do need to confirm that is Bo Taylor in the game. That's a big pickup if it is. But McCulley's got another chance off tackle here, and he's not going to get much. That defensive line proven to be a problem.
Yeah, they're holding strong there.
We'll mark him down. We're going to call that no gain, maybe lost a foot.
McCulley with the carry.
In these type of games where you got 2 lines that are really, equally matched, you got to tell your runners, listen, be patient. Some gaps will open up where you don't expect them to, where they're supposed to open up. Just be patient, look for the gaps, and almost get the ball and just walk to the line before you see that gap open up and then go through it. Slow to the line, fast through it is what you're taught.
Yeah, we're down to 3 on the play clock here. We're going to have to call a timeout. Yep, Coach Nagel's going to call that. Talk about this 3rd down play. 3rd and goal at the 7-yard line here. 8:32 remaining in this game, or in this quarter, sorry. 2-0 score here. I don't think 2's going to do it. We're going to need a few more.
Well, they're looking to get a few more points here.
Yeah, and we didn't get that scouting report that Taylor would be back in, but
that is a big addition.
That is a big addition. So Clearfield leads Penns Valley 7-0, Chestnut Ridge 7, Central Cambria 0, and Claysburg, Claysburg leads Southern Huntington 7-0. They're sponsored by the Bellefonte Walk. I don't know why Doug didn't take us there on the way over.
I know.
Makes me sad. All right, we got Taylor and Cunningham split left, Millward split right. Going to have McCulley in the sidecar beside Fisher. Gardner looking for the call at the line here. He's going to snap the ball back. And comes in motion. Look for your tight end Cowan here. Oh, they might have jumped. Yep, they jumped offside. That was going to be a touchdown. That's the sad part. Bellefonte jumped offside, so it's automatically a dead ball.
And this is actually one of the few times where you have a size advantage with Millward out here on an island.
Yeah, you're right about that.
The call against the Red Raiders.
So that's going to put the ball at about the 3-yard line.
That'll be half the distance to the
And again, we had that sealed on this side. Now I know everybody stopped, but that had touchdown written all over it.
Yeah, I mean you got Millward out here. I'd bring him in a little bit and just send him to the back corner and see what he could do. Go make your money, so to speak.
Who's wearing
Luke
2?
Hosband.
Oh, that's Luke
2.
Hosband. Okay, I didn't know he had that kind of arm. That was nice. So Luke Hosband's wearing 2. I didn't think we'd have Bo Taylor back this year. He apparently has an ACL issue, but he got some airtime today. There's a snap, and there's your call. He overthrew him, though. Millward does have the size advantage. Good positioning by the defensive back, but we're kicking a field goal here. Looks like we're sending the special teams on.
And
I don't know. In that situation, I might try running McCulley again from the 3. And if you get inside the 1, you can go for it,
Well, I don't disagree. We ran the ball a couple times there and to no avail. We had maybe 1 or 2 yards on those couple plays, so.
Yeah, the one that was promising got stopped. So.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can block this up. This is going to be a short field goal, 21 yards. Low snap, good hold, and the kick looks perfect. And it is. Millward puts us on the board again to make the score 5-0 with 8:25 remaining in the first quarter.
8:25 remaining in the first quarter. The score now Baltimore area 5, Bellefonte 0.
So that triple to the gap that drove in 2 is what set our score at 5-0.
Yep.
You'll want to go down and buy a ticket today at the main gate.
Mount Union 6, Glendale 0. Penn Cambria leads Westmont 6-0. A lot of early scores in that 5-0, 6-0, 7-0 range.
Yeah. That's usually how it starts there.
Yeah. And I do understand getting the points there. We did not run the ball terribly well on that drive, but again, on third down, I may have considered seeing how close you could get for fourth down, or see if you could punch it in.
Well, it's not that the runs were bad. It's just that we weren't getting chunks, and it was third and goal. We needed a chunk.
Gotcha. Well, McCulley runs off. We had too many guys there. Ball's not set yet, but we had too many on the field there to start that kickoff play. All right, so Bellefonte kind of a traditional 5 up front, 4 at the 30-yard line, and 2 back at the 10. I don't think those 2 at the 10 are going to see it. My suspicion would be some of your look like we're lining up for an onside kick. There's a little confusion here. Oh, we are. Oh, it takes the big hop. Oh, nice play by the ball. And we had numbers over there, and Daniker was almost there, but number 16, Gavin Lucas, recovers that kick. He was the only hope they had if it had hopped a foot higher. Yeah, kind of like that play. That's interesting.
Well, had we gotten there in time, that's more of like a block the guy than the second guy come in and grab the ball. But he was just behind the ball on that one.
So Bellefonte with 3 wide receivers, 2 left, 1 right. And now they're in more of a standard formation with a back behind the quarterback. And there's your first handoff of the game. He breaks a tackle, and he's going to get chunk yards there, get about 5. Cross the 50 down to the 48 of Bald Eagle.
Smith Kirk with the carry. He picks
That's
up
number
5.
11, Smith Kirk.
Yeah, I believe we're going to be calling his name a lot.
Yeah.
At the Eagle 48-yard line.
He had a nice little swim move in the hole there to get himself about 3 more yards. Linebacker's going to have to fill. He's a big back too. He's 6 inches taller than their quarterback. A snap and another handoff. Runs into the pile. He stood up there, gains maybe a yard, maybe not. They're going to give him nothing on the far side and about half a yard on the near side.
And you can see what they're doing here is they're lining up these guys in a different formation. They had that bunch right where they brought a guy in motion, and on that play they ran a trap play with the 2 of the back bunch guys. And essentially what they're doing is they're lining up in the pistol, but it's acting as an I formation here. And they're bringing those guys in motion and bringing those lead blockers from the other side.
Lined up off sides right here for sure. No question, their tight ends lined up off sides, but no call there, and they're going to get the first down. That's a big play. Number 28 Long on the carry. But that receiver was lined up, his whole head was on the other side of the ball. The Bald Eagle staff should be complaining there. So they're down inside the 40 to the 36-yard line. Gain of 12 on that play. That was so easy to see. It was right in front of us, but apparently we're too far away maybe. I don't know. All right, again, similar formation. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Back in the sidecar here. Looking to throw, nobody open. Daniker giving chase. He's got a man out there. It's caught. And, good discipline by their offensive linemen to not go downfield here. Coach is complaining about something.
Yeah, I think they had a blocker, like a lead blocker for that pass on the other side. But, it's just one of those plays where it was all covered up, but he just had that extra time scrambling and was able to get rid of the ball.
It was a gain of 8 on that play. Going to bring up a 2nd and 2 here. Different formation here. 2 wide receivers tight to that left side. Looks like an option, and that's big Gage. Gardner says absolutely not.
Yeah, he broke right through the line. And
Jesse is fired up over here. He needs to be careful. He's angry about something. I'm not sure if somebody moved early, but it wouldn't matter. We'd prefer that play. That's a big loss of about 5 on the play.
Yeah, I mean, when you're a guy of that stature and you have a guy of that stature coming at you, it's a little scary.
Yeah.
So,
all right, Bellefonte with a big third down here. Don't know what their kicking situation's like, but both kickers looked pretty, like they had pretty strong legs in the pregame.
Wouldn't be surprised if you see another lead handoff here.
Yeah. No, going to be a little
Pass
flare
out to the
pass.
flat.
And it's covered up very well. Number 4, Millward. Teams think they can take advantage of him with a bigger receiver. Who just got a penalty? They're saying, okay, Colin Cunningham is saying it's on Bellefonte. Somebody did not like getting tackled by a 140-pound defensive back.
Not sure what happened there. There was some chirping going on, but
what?
It was in the area, but not quite sure whose side they're going to call that on.
First thing, I'd like to see Clark get his helmet back on. That's important. What is the call here? Are they ejecting somebody? They're having a discussion here. Personal foul. Late hit. Nope.
Yeah, so that's going to back them way up.
That's after the play, so it's still 4th down. So they've got the marker at 3rd, but it is 4th down, in fact. And that moves it back to the 45. So they gain 2 on the play. They lose 15 on the penalty.
And that took a play that was 4th and maybe 4th down territory, and to now it's 4th and
no chance. Punt it.
A country mile, yeah.
It's 4th and punt it.
And those are the plays in a rivalry game that can just bite you in the butt, man.
Yeah, and I didn't see what happened. I'll have to watch that one again. Better snap.
That's
punt
a long punt.
Over Cunningham's head. It's going to take a nice bounce, though. And they dive on that to stop it at the 5-yard line. Probably could have let it roll a little bit, but why take a chance, right? Good punt for Bellefonte there. 40 yards, no return.
And, that's one of those things that I don't quite like is if you're gonna call for the fair catch,
just catch it.
You got to catch it.
Yeah. Well, that's an interesting sky to be looking up into, if I'm being fair. Patchy clouds, and it's got that gray look to it. So
it's almost blue and gold.
You know what? It should be.
It's
definitely
not
blue and gold
red. Sky.
A little tiny
Rogers
red
Stadium.
strip over there, and that's it. All right, the Eagles come out. They've got Millward way wide out to the right there, and Hausman to the left. Oh, that handoff was almost taken by the defense. I'm glad they managed to keep a hold of the ball on that play, honestly. It's going to lose about 2 on that.
Well, that was a confusion on the line up front there. You could see some guys were slow off that snap, and that's what created the space for those D linemen to get through so quickly. So not everybody on the same page quite yet.
81 Cleeseth comes out. Check Cunningham back in. Your receivers are going to be Millward and Cunningham tight to the right. Hausman tight to the left. Oh, that ball is tipped at the line and could have been picked off. Number 68 there for Bellefonte, pretty excited.
And that was going to be a good gain there. That would have put him in 3rd and manageable there. But instead the pass is tipped, and now they're backed up in the shadow of their own goal line.
Yeah, that was an important play for Bellefonte because there was some room there. So now we're at 3rd and 12 at our own 3-yard line. What do you have called here? This could just be Fisher getting what he can. That's what it is. Up the middle, back to the original line of scrimmage. Gain of about, I'm going to give him the 11. I'm sorry, the 6. So gain of about 3.
Just trying to get him some space to punt this ball
Getting
away.
himself some space to punt.
Yeah.
Love high school football. Your punter's your quarterback. He's also a defensive back. We don't know. He can play anywhere. So he is standing about 6 yards deep in the end zone here. Bellefonte only one receiver back for this to catch this punt. Fisher gets it out of there. Line drive, caught about the 40-yard line. He's got a lot of room down that sideline. There's a flag flies. We're going to have some type of an illegal block.
And that
typically.
That thing came from way back.
Down to about the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
Good arm on that official. He was on the sideline at the 10 and threw that thing.
That was a fastball.
Really like center of the field at the 24. Impressive throw. Let's see what they're calling here. He's setting the flag at the 25. Holding on Bellefonte. You know, and the things that we complained about with the Bald Eagle team early in the season, Bellefonte's showing some of those things right now, but they still got good field position here at the Bald Eagle 35-yard line.
And this is a dangerous team here. They can, they've been running the ball a lot, and they've been getting, enough yards on the ground. But this
receiver's offsides again. He's got his toe on the line and his head in front of his toe. Clearly he's lined up offsides, and they have 3 on the line of scrimmage here. Good pursuit here. Can he get to the outside? He does, and he's going to get about 7. He's got some speed.
And again, that was Luke Hosbin coming from the other side of the field, wearing that number 2 jersey.
We're going to mark him out at about the 28. They're going to call that it's about a 7-yard gain. Yeah, he's got some speed to the corner, and I think you're going to see them try to do that more. But
so Bellefonte with a free play here. See what they draw up. You got to be expecting pass.
Try to throw one deep. I think you're going to get more running back. Yep, there it is up the middle. He's very patient in the hole, but that gives Hosbin and company time to get there and help out. Going to be a first down inside the 25 to the 24. Gain of about 4 on that play.
Drew Nagel with the tackle. That'll be first and 10 for Bellefonte.
Nagel with the initial contact.
Ball spotted on the Baltimore area, 24.
Yeah, they went to go get the first down there, but, I'm more of a fan of letting your athletes be athletes and letting them go, get after things. You got a free play there. Why not just, you're in single coverage. Why not just give your guy a chance in the end zone? But they get the first down nonetheless. Another run
up the middle again. Oh, boy. 54, is that Clark? That's Colton McCaslin. I'm sorry. Colton McCaslin with a big hit in the hole as the receiver or the running back tried to go up over the top, but gain of about 1. And McCaslin did exactly what you're supposed to do when a guy goes high like that. Just grab his legs. He can't go anywhere. He has no leverage up there. Ben Cambry is up 22-0 on Westmont Hilltop already.
Yeah.
That game will be in the mercy rule very, very early.
Yeah.
1 receiver right, 2 tight ends left. Snap and another handoff, and big Gage Gardner beats his block. Now they don't like it, and they got to be careful. I mean, if you're Bellefonte, you got to keep your cool here. You're in scoring position, and that chest bumping the guy who tackled you hard is probably not a good idea.
And you know what? They'll like that over in Bald Eagle. That is a wrestling move there, buddy.
That's a freestyle 5.
Yeah,
that's what that is. We don't see a lot of those, but that was a beauty. The suplex maneuver.
Yep.
Wow. Gage Gardner's so strong. All right. 1 receiver left. Definitely a passing down here on 3rd and 11, unless you're looking to go for it on 4th down. And they are going to run it. It's strung out really well. Colin Cunningham with the tackle out here. Gain of 1. And now what? I mean, you got a 42-yard field goal in your back pocket over there. He's telling the offense to stay on the field.
Colin Cunningham loves that, man.
Boy, he does.
The big blue one. He loves it.
He really does. He's a little bit like Gage Gardner. He likes the contact.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm guessing we have a nickel package in, or no? We're sticking with that kind of standard defense, aren't we?
Yeah, this is more like a 4-2. Oh, no, this is
4-3.
This is a 3 front here.
Oh, yeah, I see Clark's coming out here as a defensive back, so it's
Eagles
like
are
5
fully
defensive backs
expecting
here.
Pass here.
Got double coverage on the top, and you've got an extra safety on this side, so they've got to call a timeout here.
Yeah,
I think we had that covered up.
Yeah, I didn't think that Bellefonte really caught the personnel change there for the Eagles. They're going to rethink that play with 39 seconds left here in the quarter.
They've got a 4th and 11 here. So far, good defensive showing. Be nice to get a little more going on offense so we could give them a little bit of relief over there on that side of the ball.
Right, and this is that, this is that fourth down area that we talk about with high school sports. And
So it's kind of funny, not to cut you off, but number 77 is one of their kickers. He just went out about the 20-yard line and took a big swing with his leg and looked over to see if our sideline was looking and nobody was watching. So I don't think we're buying it. I think we're sending our standard defense out there, which is probably very similar to the field goal block defense anyway, but we'll see. Maybe they will try to line up for a field goal, but I don't see anybody with a block here. Oh, look at this. He is carrying a block.
Yeah, this is more going to be like a field goal safe look, I believe. They're going to bring some guys in, but we're going to be in coverage for this one.
This will be a 41-yarder, and, watching him in warm-ups, I think he's got the leg. I don't think you're going to see too heavy of a rush here. The kick is long enough, but it looks wide left, and it is. Might have been a little short, too. Landed just on the other side of the white there.
Well, had he gotten that one clean, he'd have barely gotten that one to the post there, but obviously missed wide left.
Yeah.
The score stays 5-0, Eagles up.
Now, this is a high school rule that I don't love. The ball comes to the 20-yard line. Like, if you want to take that risk, then,
Yeah, exactly.
But not much of a change. Was at the 25, so. So we've got 33 seconds left in this first quarter. Bald Eagle leads 5-0. And we take over at our own 20-yard line here. 2 receivers left, 3 right. Tight end comes in motion. Going to be a run. Fisher has a little bit of a gap, but it closes up quick, and he's going to get about 2 out to the 22.
Yep, again, they're just trying to spread out the defense and limit the help from the second level.
Bellefonte's linebackers are short tacklers.
Tackles made by Ian Bellefonte.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that, like, at the high school level, it's a thing where you practice tackling in junior high, but as soon as these guys get to college, they forget it.
Yeah.
It seems like.
And then sometimes when they get to pros, they forget even more.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so that's going to end the first quarter. Bald Eagle will have a 2nd and 8 at their own 22, and we're going to switch and go left to right. So you see your sponsors on the screen there. We appreciate all the sponsors, Eagle Ambassadors. We couldn't do this without you. If you would like to donate or become a sponsor for any sport, I mean, obviously wrestling would be a great option, but we'll take whatever, right? Keith's partial to basketball. I get it.
I'm not partial to anything.
But contact Doug Dyke, douglas.dyke at beasd.net.
Yep.
Net, not anything else, net. And I said all those other domains last week, and then I went out and bought them so that if Doug wants them, he's going to have to pay up. Doug's cell phone number, I believe, also flashes up on screen. Should definitely call him just to talk. He loves to talk typically between noon and 3. He's got a lot of time available. His wife says he does nothing at work, so go ahead and prove her right. All right, we're getting lined up here. Looks like Bald Eagle's going to have 3 receivers right. Cowan's over here kind of split wide out as a tight end. 2 receivers left. I think every receiver we have is on the field right now.
Empty backfield, a dime look for the Raiders.
Which makes sense with 5 receivers. Cowan flexes back in, and there's a quick pass out. And that's going to get some yards here. Nice gain. Who was that to? Hosband? Hosband's having a good game so far.
If they call his name once more, it'll make it 3rd and 2 here, looks like.
Gets out to the 28-yard line. Gain of 6. And I think, we saw something there that until they start tightening up those defensive backs, we're going to take advantage of those. I'd like to see Cunningham get a touch here. I think there's definitely some a little fire in him tonight.
Yeah, they got him, they're going to man him up and bracket him pretty much all game long. He's a real dangerous player. But we're going to see what the
Cowan
Eagles do here
flexes
again.
back in. Same formation. This time Fisher runs it, and he's going to get the first down by a couple inches. Good run, good hard run. It's out to the 30, right where he needed to get.
And you can see the Eagles now doing what the Raiders were doing before, bringing those motions and allowing a guy who was a receiver designated coverage to now work in and block somebody on the line. And he's a big guy. That's number 42, James Cowan.
Yeah.
So he can definitely
And
take that kind of workload.
They weren't covering him there before he flexed in, so I'm not sure what the plan is. But now you've only got 5 in the box.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Might
here.
be another run here. No, they're looking for that chair route. Oh, he drops the ball, but he gets back on it. Fisher handling it like a loaf of bread there for a second, and that's going to cost him about 6 yards.
And we just talked about Colin Cunningham being bracketed, and he was bracketed on that play, had a man on him, and also had that safety help over the top, and there really wasn't a lot of space for him to go.
Yeah, I think on that play you throw it to about lane 4 of the track over here on the sideline and live to fight another day. Going to be 2nd and 16 here. 10 minutes remain in the second quarter. And now they've tightened up on Cunningham here. Got a man right in his face.
Still going to be in the nickel.
Rolling out right. Looking to throw. Dumps it off to Cowan. He stepped out of bounds first. I mean, he dropped the ball there, but his left foot was all the way out on the white. The referee was right on it. He saw it.
I think he had stepped out and said, yeah, I'm out, and then got hit.
Yeah.
And wasn't expecting it.
That's only a gain of about 3 yards on the play. We need to get some discipline here with the ball. We've had a couple close calls here the last 2 plays. So defensive backfield for Bellefonte can run, and their coverage so far has been pretty good. Even on the play that we hit big there with the throwback to Fisher. And they are okay. Now they're off of Cunningham. Got a man sort of in no man's land out there.
This is going to be a zone play here.
They're looking to dump off a little screen pass, but it was well covered, and Fisher does a good job to get to the 30, gain about 3 yards. And again, I think playing it kind of safe here a little bit. We've tried some trickery, but just trying to play field position and trust our defense. We did hold the ball a little bit that time to try and give them a little rest, which was good. Now they're sending somebody off here. 53 is coming off for an equipment issue.
And I don't hate the looks there with the short passing.
That's Gage Catherman comes out. McCaslin checks in for him.
See what happens here.
Yeah, we can't get behind the sticks in this game. Their defense is too good. All right, Fisher's in punt formation here. Cowan's back as his personal protector. Not much rush. Low kick, takes a bounce. Caught on the hop. He's got a lot of room out to that outside. Cunningham tries to make a tackle but can't. Fisher might be the last opportunity, and Cowan does a good job getting there too, but they return that down to the 25, so that's a net of -5 on that punt.
Yeah. And I would just mention, I don't hate the short passes out of the empty backfield, but if you're going to go empty set, you got to send somebody deep. You got to lure away those safeties and send somebody to occupy some people downfield.
We either need to get more height on those punts or kick them to the sideline, because kicking those line drives at him is dangerous. You got a ton of speed, and when your punt team's out there, tough to tackle them. All right, Bellefonte comes out. 2 receivers left. And we're going to have a timeout, Bald Eagle area. 8:39 remain in the half. 1st and 10, Bellefonte at the Bald Eagle 26.
And that'll be Bald Eagle's second timeout of the night, or of the half, I should say.
So a couple scores. Penn Cambria 29, Westmont 7. Claysburg 28-0 over Southern Huntington. Penn Cambria 22. Oops, sorry. They scored again since the last update. But PO leads Bellwood 14-0.
Wow.
PO took that personally last week. Clearfield leads Penns Valley 14-0. And Mount Union 6-0 over Glendale. Thank you to the studio for those updates. So off of our second time out here, not sure what they saw that they didn't like, but Coach doesn't hesitate. He was in that official's ear immediately. So Daniker's going to be the end on this side. Hauk Leitzel on the far side of the field. Still in that standard defense. 4 down linemen. Well, 2 down linemen and 2 up in a stance. Looking to pass here. Throws one deep. Well, that was a nice throw. I mean, it was well defended, but somebody's still down on the field here. He's touching his shoulder. I don't like that. I don't know who's down. It's not Cunningham.
Well,
It might be Hosband on the field. I'm not sure. No, Hosband's walking there.
and that's a really, really, I mean, it's almost an unguardable route.
That was a well-thrown ball.
Well, I mean, you're running that route with zero safety help over the top, and it is almost unguardable as a DB. I mean,
can't give up inside position, can't give up outside position.
Yeah.
You're going to give up one of them.
I'm not even so sure that it was
All right, he's up.
an option route.
Millward was down, but he's up quickly. He just landed funny on that shoulder trying to make that play. You know, you're extending that arm, reaching, trying to knock a ball away and hit the ground. And that turf's not as soft as you might think. Yeah, he's grabbing those shoulder pads on that left shoulder. Looks okay walking off the field, though. So. Okay, 8:32 remain. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 4 for Bellefonte. Bald Eagle leads 5-0. Bellefonte trying to take their first lead of the night here. And I think you're going to see number 11. Oh, they moved. That is number 11. He's going to drive the legs and get in. Man, left guard moved early, but was not seen, and now it's 6-5 Bellefonte. And he was getting frustrated on that last series because he's not getting a lot of yardage and he's getting tackled hard. Big number 77 comes out here trying to kick this extra point, a little bit shorter than his last effort.
Yeah.
Good snap. Hold is down. Kick is just inside that right upright. Make the score 7-6. 7-5, pardon me, Bellefonte. Strange score for sure.
Yeah.
So 8:17 remain in the half. See if Bald Eagle can answer the way they have the last few weeks. Very impressed with how they answered Phillipsburg last week after that opening touchdown.
Club would like to thank the following sponsors: Bellefonte Moose, Lodge 206, Lynn Realty, Robin Hood Brewing Company.
It's going to have Cunningham and Fisher back deep, it looks like.
Workman Auto, the law office of Stephanie Cooper.
Bellefonte's kickoffs so far have looked a little bit like ours. That first kickoff was a little strange.
Well, it was something that they clearly saw in the film because the Eagles were right up front and ready for it whenever they came out in that weird looking. They were kind of like all bunched up, which is a trick. I wouldn't even call it a trick play, but a trick kickoff there.
Well, they do that same false run up that Phillipsburg did, and I don't really understand it. I don't think the official knows where the ball goes. He's getting it figured out now. I'll place it just inside this hash, right at the 40. Got a whole group bunched up behind him, and then 3 out here to this side, and just 1 to the other side. Yeah, I don't know what's coming here, but this is the longest play clock I've ever seen tick down for a kickoff before. We're down inside 10 seconds. They might get a delay game on a kickoff.
They got 5 seconds here to kick this ball away.
There's the run up and the
Just
kick.
not
It's a
gonna
little
get to
pooch
it.
kick coming down to Johnson. He gathers it. He's up to the 30. Out across the 30. Going to be at about the 32. Yep, 32-yard line. Good return on a short kickoff.
He's brought down by Nash Weaver. First and 10 for the Eagles.
So it'll be first down ball to Eagle, 8:09 remaining in the half at the 32-yard line. Chestnut Ridge leads Central Cambria 10-0. Clearfield 14, Penns Valley 0. All right, we've got Hosman split out left. Cunningham tucked in behind the end on this side, goes in motion left to right, right to left. And it's going to be an inside handoff to Cunningham. He's trying to get to the outside, and he is not going to get there. Might gain a yard on the play. I like that play design, but again, the Bellefonte linebackers and defensive backs done a nice job of tackling so far in this game.
Yeah, and you're relying on the misdirection there because, and that's kind of more of a play that you got to set up, for a couple plays before, because you just run that, and you're allowing essentially the linebackers to get there to the spot before you do. They're lined up further inside than you are. So you're running that, and you maybe want to run a counter off of that then, and we'll see what they do with that look there.
Millward checks back in. He's split out to the left side there. This might be a run to McCauley. Nope, going to be a pass. Tipped and going to land safely on the ground. Blow the whistle, sir. Can you hear those whistles? Because I can't hear a thing. People still scrambling for it. That's how people get hurt for no reason. So an incomplete pass. That's a second batted ball. And, he had 6 or 7 easy yards over here on that play.
Yeah.
But that's the risk you run with a smaller quarterback. Credit Bellefonte's defensive line getting their hands up. They do have some tall kids on that D-line. Okay, 7:17 remain in the half. We did not anticipate this much passing. We're going to have a 3rd and 9. And that's a run to McCauley. He's got a little hole there, but boy, those linebackers fill.
Yeah, and they had backed off. They were ready for a pass there on the draw.
He's only going to get 2 on that play. Going to get out to the 35. That's going to bring up a 4th and 7. 7-5, Bellefonte leads.
7 minutes remaining in the half.
Let's see if we change up how we punt this time. We got a different returner back there, I think. Good snap. Still a line drive right at him. He's going to look to get to the outside. It's a block in the back. There's the flag.
Yep.
That one was, oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Everybody threw their dirty laundry out there. Son, you may as well get on the ground. Just punch the ball out now. That's there's no risk now. Let him go 70 yards. Doesn't matter. It's coming back.
Yeah, that was
not
very blatant.
That was not a good foul, and I think he knew it.
Well, you might get away with it sometimes, but not 2 yards from the referee.
And you're the only one there.
Yeah.
You're all by yourself. And it was pretty obvious. Extended the arms like he carried it all the way through. Yeah, that we have seen some. They're just piling them on top of each other.
Yeah.
Now, how do you know whose flag is whose? Do they put their name on them, or do their moms put their name on them? How does that work? Sorry. That was a little mean. I apologize. All right, so that happened at the 31-yard line, so that's going to bring it back to the 21.
Yeah, that'll happen just about where he caught the ball, so that'll back him up a little further.
First and 10 there for Bellefonte. 6:28 remaining in the first half.
I think part of that is, you had a couple of good returns before, and you start thinking, hey, everyone could go to the house, so you get a little overzealous there. Youthful exuberance. 3 receivers for Bellefonte. Man goes in motion. They're going to have 4 receivers right. And it's going to be a sweep right. That is well contained. Wow, Colin Cunningham. I mean, that's going to be a loss of a yard.
Colin Cunningham.
Colin racking up the TFLs today. And these are not easy backs to bring down. And
Loss of a yard makes it second
Well,
down.
he's
a
trying
nice job there.
Colin's just getting real low, and you know,
trying to
he's
go over the
basically
top.
he's basically just catching him as he's coming by, and he's trying that jump cut, and it's just not working for him.
Okay, a little tighter formation this time. Got 2 receivers tight to the right. Man in motion left to right. A little quarterback sweep here. And they string that out to the sideline pretty well. Might gain,
Colton Howell carries for the Red
let's see
Raiders.
what they give them, about 3 on the play. Hard to tell where they all went out of bounds there, but looks they're going to give them about 1.5 yards. Mark that. They're going to mark it at the 22.
Howell picks up 2. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 9. So far, so good on the defensive side of the ball in this series. See if we can contain this play. Bellefonte needs the 31-yard line for a first down. Still a lot of time. He went out of bounds there, so it's a stop clock with 5:39 to go. We're in that standard 4-3, and they had 2 in motion, but doesn't matter because Blake, Hauk, Leitzel, and Daniker meet at the quarterback. Hauk Leitzel a little bit earlier than Daniker, and he's going to get a sack. As Bellefonte tried a 7-step drop there, and when he looked up, he had those 2 bearing down on him.
Yeah, Howitz Leitzel is really, really excited about that one.
That's a loss of 11. And going to bring up a 4th and 21. Call it 4th and 20, I guess.
You better get to the
Punt
spot
formation. We need a Warner special again. The punt is away. It's high hanger. Fair catch called for by Cunningham and made at the Bellefonte 43-yard line.
The Bellefonte punt is fair
It's
call.
going to be a 32-yard punt.
Bit of an odd catch that time. He was like,
Yeah, a little off
backwards
balance.
as he got it. I was like, oh.
A little off balance.
Yeah, I was a little worried there, but he managed to keep a hold of it. So 4:58 left to go here in the quarter.
All right, Bald Eagle takes over at Bellefonte's 43. Ooh, number 14, fresh jersey on the field. That's Justin Johnson. Split out here to this side. Isaac Johnson inside in the slot. Looks like Hosband wide left. McCulley next to Fisher, and he gets hit hard right at the line of scrimmage. But oh, that's not McCulley. That's 48. 48 is Sam Clark.
Yeah.
And he got about 5 yards after contact.
Yeah, he fought forward.
I mean,
made a
somebody
loss
hit
of
his
game.
thighs and decided maybe that was a bad idea. But he's down inside the 40 to 38-yard line.
Gain of 5, it'll make it 2nd down and 5. Well, on the Bellefonte 38.
2nd and 5. Same formation. Little swing pass out to Hosband. And he's got a little room over there. He's going to get 3 or 4. Let's see where they mark him.
Fisher's pass complete.
They're going to mark him out at the 35. Give him a gain of 3.
Taylor with the reception.
Bo Taylor, they announced.
Makes a stop. 3rd down and 2 after the gain of
It was,
3.
in fact, Hosband.
Ball spotted on the Bellefonte 35-yard line.
Our AD is correcting the Bo Taylor, Luke Hosband dilemma. So again, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Clark still in the backfield here. And it's going to be Fisher up the middle. He's going to be a little short of the first down. I think they run that play to go for it on 4th down is my guess. He's going to be down at the 34. We'll bring up a 4th and 1.
Short game for the Eagles on 3rd
We're
down.
bringing
That'll make it 4th and 1.
Daniker back in the game
Ball
here.
spotted at the Bellefonte 34.
I think we all know what that probably means. See him line up at fullback. Just stick it in there.
Man.
Let's see what
That is
happens.
Scary.
I think we're going to go quick. We got a very tight formation here.
Yep, this is going to be.
This is a full yard to go here, so we can't be lazy on this. Oh, and we false started.
No, they're going to.
Oh, we called a timeout, which is good because we were about to false start. We watched it happen.
Eagles call a timeout.
That was close.
All right.
3:36 left to go. Eagles, no more timeouts in the half.
We can't take them with you, so
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Good place to use one if you're not sure in that situation. You know, it is interesting, though, with that one receiver out there wide, you wonder how much room might be out there for him.
Well, I mean, I like it, but you need a yard. You know what I mean?
Yep,
you
understood.
need a yard.
This is one of those where, you know, Cowan on the end of the line might be the most dangerous player on the field if you just drift him out into the flat a little bit, see if anybody goes with him.
Yeah.
Could be a very easy catch and run. Feel like I'm going to get a letter from the referees union about that, their mom doing their laundry comment.
The referees union.
They wouldn't get the joke anyway.
See if we got any score updates here from the studio.
Oh, we got a bunch.
Clearfield 21, PV 0.
Look, you have Daniker split out here in the slot.
Oh my gosh.
This is very interesting. I
Well,
don't know what we're doing.
They're gonna cover anything out to the flat up here.
Johnson split out right. Hosman left. Who weren't expecting the snap, but there he is wide open. Cowan, he makes the catch. Wow, what a catch. He had to catch it twice. That is absolutely a catch.
Wow. And
that is a great catch.
Bobbled the ball, but
and if only somebody had predicted that Cowan would be the most dangerous guy on the field in this play. I like the play call. I really do. That's a gain of 15. No, I'm sorry. We're down at the 19. Yeah, 15 yards. And if he had put it on him, that would have been a score.
Yeah.
Threw it a little high and behind. Oh,
we
boy.
got a flag on the play here. Way late.
Yeah. And
what's going on?
I don't like where it's thrown. They're over here talking to Jesse.
I don't know what's going on here.
I don't know. This might be a go back and watch because this looks like it's going to be 15 on us.
Listen close here. See what the call is. So yeah, that was a conversation and a way late flag. So something is going on here.
They're calling an illegal formation is what he's saying. We're lining up for the next play. Very confused about the timing. Ineligible man downfield. Was Cowan not covered maybe? That'd be illegal touching if it was Cowan.
He should have been eligible. He was
maybe Daniker didn't check in.
That was a Y off. He was in the backfield, I believe.
But maybe Daniker didn't check in on the play. I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, either way, it's going to bring up a 4th and about. It should be 4th and 6. I'm not sure. Well, the sticks are only 8 yards apart. That's part of the problem. So erase the 15-yard pass play. And somehow that is a 3-yard penalty. But either way, line up to punt. Rolls out a little bit right. Pooches it. Ooh, almost got contact with number 6, and he does get out of there. But that's a good punt. That's going to roll dead inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Inside the 15-yard line of the Raiders. It'll be 1st and 10 for Bellefonte at their own 13 with 3:17.
So Bellefonte takes over with 3:17 remaining in the half on their own 13-yard line in a defensive battle in this first half. 7-5, Bellefonte leads. You know, every time we get something going on offense, is it because we had 2 men on the line of scrimmage over here? But Daniker never went downfield. Yeah, we're watching the replay, folks, and I don't know.
Well, yeah, that shouldn't have been a legal man downfield, but I don't know exactly what happened on that. What they saw that we can't see here, but.
And that's a handoff up the middle, going to be hemmed in and brought down. That's Colton McCaslin on the tackle. That is a very short gain, if any. It might be nothing. We're going to call that 0. This Bald Eagle defensive line has really stood up to the test here.
They'll gain on the play, 2nd down and 10.
Mount Union 13, Glendale 13. Clearfield leads Penns Valley 21-0.
With another tackle for the Eagle defense. It'll be second and 10 on the Bellefonte 13.
Try to catch up with some scores at halftime here, but right now there's 2:38 with a ticking clock.
Yeah.
Bellefonte breaks the huddle with 7 left on the play clock. We're going to see if they get it off here. There's a snap, another handoff, and Daniker was all over it as soon as he got the ball. Another 0 gain. Daniker's fired up. He came off the block there to make that play.
Daniker is going to have a big night tonight, and he's already been having a big night.
So 2:10 remaining. Clock's running. We have no timeouts. So Bellefonte, if they run it again here, they can run it down probably inside, 40 seconds, 50 seconds till they have to.
And Cowan checks in at left tackle, so they're bringing in the pass rush.
Gonna be around 1:45 left on the snap here. Man in motion, quarterback draw. Daniker again, and he is arriving angry.
Oh yeah,
That's a gain of 1.
And
wow.
You know, when you're in, this is flow state that we're watching, ladies and gentlemen. When you're in this area, you just feel like you're untouchable. You're not thinking too much. You don't even feel like you're exerting yourself too much. You're just in your zone, and he's just making it happen tonight, time after time after time.
Bellefonte's going to run this down to 1 second on the play clock and call their second timeout of the half. And it's going to be right down around 55 seconds, 53 seconds.
Yeah, they're going to run down this clock here.
They're going to stop it with 51 on the clock.
So you think they're surely going to punt now because, you know, you want the Eagles to have the least amount of time possible to go down and score on you before the half.
You need another Warner special. Tie this game
the
up.
Warner special would be spectacular right now.
7-7, the least unusual halftime score of all time.
Yeah.
But it'd be Iowa style, 2 safeties and a field goal.
Yeah, exactly.
Last season when Iowa started off scoring pretty much nothing but safeties and field goals, week 3 they were like 18-point favorites, and they were asking the panel on CBS what they thought, would they cover or not, and the one guy said, "I don't know, man. That's 2 field goals and 6 safeties." Ooh, that was almost blocked. Very short punt, going to take a hop, and Cunningham had to get out of the way. So they down it at the 46. 42 seconds remain.
So if you're the Eagles, first down, you're going to be looking for a chunk play right away would be my
or something to a sideline or something where you can get out of bounds and get a chunk.
Well, we talked about them trying to throw the ball downfield. You haven't really tested this line against them in real pass coverage. They've been throwing out to the flat a lot. They've been kind of throwing these quick passes. I think you trust your line here. They're going to go dime set, if not, 4-2-5 here.
And here again,
this is going to be a 4-2-5
Cowan running
look.
down this seam might be the play if you run the receivers off him. But a linebacker did come over to cover him. Looking to the sideline here. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Drops back. Looking for the double move. Launches one deep into double coverage, but Cunningham was there. There's a flag.
A big flag.
I don't know if there should have been, but there is a flag. I don't know. I mean, I felt like he had pretty decent coverage, and Cunningham just kind of broke free at the end. Bellefonte fans are not happy.
We're going to see what the call is here.
They're calling defensive pass interference here for sure. If it's offensive, we might see our coach get thrown out of this game. So
yeah, defensive pass interference.
So, I mean, field goal range, we got to start thinking about that at this point, too, with 34 seconds left in the half.
Well, remember, no timeouts, so you're going to have to do either try to get your guy out of bounds to stop the clock or do a little Chinese fire drill.
It's going to put us at the 31. I mean, another 10 yards, and you're right there.
Even from here, I might give my guy a chance.
All right, 2 receivers left, 1 right. They're resetting the play clock. Fisher takes the snap. He's looking at Hosband, and that is incomplete. Probably good because he had to go down to get it, and that would have been a running clock.
Second down and 10.
Probably wasn't worth the 5 yards we were going to get out of it.
31 seconds now.
We'll be taking a long look at that ineligible man downfield penalty.
Yeah, I mean, I took a look at it. If the only thing that I could see, if anything, would have been an illegal formation. I don't think our outside wide receiver was up on the line. I didn't think we had 7 guys on the line. But
okay,
I didn't see.
That might be. But they called man downfield.
They called man downfield. I didn't see any ineligible men downfield, but
Johnson
that could be.
Johnson and Cunningham left, and Hosband right. McCulley beside Fisher in the backfield. Quick pass out here to Hosband. He's going to get to the sideline. Does he get out of bounds? Stop the clock, sir. They did not. Oh, they stopped it, but they waited 3 or 4 seconds to do it. That is going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 here for the gain out to the 28-yard line.
I wouldn't mind a little, wide receiver screen here again to the short side of the field.
Yeah, but with 23 seconds left here, you got to get a first down if you're going to get tackled in bounds.
Well, I'm saying if you run that as a screen, you might be able to get your guy a good enough yards or get out of bounds.
So there's a snap. Got a little room to run it there, but Hosband, nice play. Great throw, great catch on the sideline. 18 seconds left in the half. Out of bounds at the 17-yard line.
And what a play there that time from Grady Fisher. That's where your experience comes in. He ran that route last time. He ran it very much more short.
Not as crisp, yeah.
And, he ran it shorter last time. What he did this time is he made a move to the middle to get him to the stick so that he could break outside and catch that ball with, the first down. And managed to get out of bounds.
Going over the top here to Hosband. Oh, he had a shot at him. I thought there was more contact on that than the one I called the pass interference on, but I don't think it should have been on either one.
Well, that was a good pass. He put it into the window there.
Yeah, that's the right spot for it. 14 seconds left. You got to take your shots here. You got to feel like you're probably in field goal range. Be about a 33-yarder. We've certainly seen Millward longer kicks than that, but this is a good situation because you're 2nd and 10. If you don't get what you want, you can always down the ball quickly and run your team, your field goal team out.
Well, I don't doubt that they're going to try to do more of a zone look here as they're starting to get backed
Looks
up.
like Hosman's got single coverage again. He runs the sideline route, catches it. Yes, that is inbounds. They're calling him inbounds. Yeah, he makes the catch at the 7-yard line. Great play. 10 seconds up. Still got a shot at the end zone.
Yeah.
Bellefonte fans don't like it, but they are incorrect. Gain of 10.
He caught it and did the old the college toe drag. Had his body out and just the one leg in.
Really nicely thrown ball. Tight coverage.
Well, that works in high school too.
I mean, one more of those and you got a touchdown. So let's see what Bellefonte does to change up the defense. We have no timeouts here. 15 left on the play clock, and we're kind of a running huddle to the line of scrimmage here. 10 seconds left in the half. Oh, they're calling that no, that's first down. They're calling 3rd and 1 on the board, but Hosband's got it for the touchdown. What a throw back shoulder. Hosband makes the adjustment, swims inside, and that's an 11-7 score, maybe the strangest I've ever seen, but do you kick it here?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're up 4. Do you go for 2 to go up 6, or do you? I don't know. I feel like that play is there if you just want to run it again for the 2-pointer.
Extra point here, but yeah, you just said it. Great back shoulder throw, got the separation, caught the ball, and
yeah, they're going for 2. I thought maybe. Millward started out on the field and then turned and was like, "Hey, coach, shouldn't we be going for 2?" Well, 18 on the play clock here. We're going to do this running huddle again. Got to hustle, guys. Got to hustle. 9 seconds on the play clock. They hustle to the line of scrimmage. Cunningham out there on this. Oh, now a timeout. Did Bellefonte call a timeout? Oh, boy. I don't know if I'd have done that.
That's odd, yeah.
I don't know if I'd have done that.
Going to give us a timeout there.
Appreciate that, Coach, but
well, they had their kick team in, and and they were trying. They didn't have enough time to switch out to their
Right.
their first team defense.
We were inside 5 on the play clock, though, and, you know, Bellefonte kind of bails them out there. I don't know if the formation was right. It looked like Fisher was going to try to run it. But, you know, against this stout Bellefonte defense, that 3 yards is seems pretty daunting to run it up the middle. So coach is over here getting this play settled a little bit, so we'll have a little more time to set it up right. I think Bellefonte's coach is over there saying, hey, we're going to go ahead and double this guy over here on this side.
Well, I wouldn't mind putting Hosband and Cunningham or
Run one of them on a slant.
Or Grady Fisher on the same side and, you know, run that crossing. You know, have one guy go out, have one guy go in. And just occupy the safety.
So we're going back to that same formation.
On the other side.
You've got Cunningham off the ball over here. You've got a tight end. You've got Fisher tight end behind it. This could still be a pass play. Watch Cowan over there. Not changing the play. Yep, he's going to run it. He's going to get in. Fisher pretty much untouched. Showed those shifty moves.
Yep.
I like that. That's going to make it 13-7 with 7 seconds remaining in the half.
Big swing right before the half here. And
you can see how much it means to these young men on the Bald Eagle sideline down here.
Yeah, well, we mentioned before, this is a big game, and it always is a big game. And, you know, previous years, you know, you always have the conversation of, is Bellefonte really a rival? But when you get in games like this,
absolutely,
you know for sure that they absolutely still are.
I think if I'm Luke Hosband, I'm wearing 2 the rest of the year. I mean, assuming
I don't think he has. I don't think he.
Assuming
he has
Bo's
to
not
wear
coming
2.
back.
I don't think he has a choice. I think his other jersey's cut in half.
Oh man! Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. His away jersey, anyway.
Yeah.
Huh.
So he might be 2 and 7.
He's having himself a game here today. I mean, I did not have that Luke Hosband would be the uncoverable one on my bingo card, but I'm happy it happened.
Well, we mentioned, you know, high school football is weird, but you know,
number 18 in to do the kicking here. That's Penland. He's going to probably squib one here. None of those deep guys are going to sniff this one. And, nice bounce. Rolls out of bounds, though. Needed a little bit of a left turn.
Out of bounds is better than a kick return, so I'll take it.
I'm going to be honest. If I'm Bellefonte, I'd decline it. Like, I'm moving him back and making him kick it again, I should say. I think you can still do that. Your only chance of scoring here probably is on a big kickoff return, right?
Well, you're either going to need a short return and then a Hail Mary down the field.
Like the 35-yard line is not great field position based on how the kickoffs have gone so far. So for me, that's just what I'm like. If I'm Bellefonte, I'm making you kick it again. If that's an option, I think it still is.
Well, 7 seconds might be enough for a quick.
Yeah, they're going to put a knee on the ground here, I think. Yep.
Yeah, they're going to knee it down and bring it into the half.
We're going to use all our timeouts now. There, that's done. And that's the end of the first half. Your score, Bald Eagle area 13, Bellefonte 7.
And sponsors will be up on the screen here shortly. A huge thank to our sponsors who keep the stream alive and allow us to bring you all this great content, both home and away.
And we will bring you the halftime festivities, including it's a 20-minute halftime, so we're going to have Bald Eagle Area's band as well as the homecoming festivities for Bellefonte. Be back with you shortly, folks.
Travel with us down the back roads as the Pride of the Valley Marching Band presents our field show, Highways and Harmonies. Selections include Sweet Home Alabama, Take Me Home Country Roads, featuring our brass trio, Isaac Polis, Henry Bacon, and Nick Linville, and The Devil Went Down to Georgia, featuring our mallet trio, Gideon Fry, Cody Geringer, and Miles Horner. Student Commanding Officer is Parker Shaw. Featured twirler is Kaylee Bronson. The staff includes instructors Jesse Arnold, Matt Geringer, Jessica Siegel, Tori Siegel, and Greg Steimer. Band front advisor is Leslie Pollard. Assistant director is Max Passong, and interim director is Darius DeReamer. Drum majors Abigail McCloskey, Onyx Davison, and Hattie Heverly. Are you ready to travel on the Highway of Harmonies? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the Pride of the Valley Bald Eagle Area Marching Band.
Welcome back to Red Raider Field, because I totally forgot the name of
Rogers
who it's named.
Stadium.
Rogers Stadium. Have to forgive me. No disrespect. Well, maybe a tiny little bit of disrespect, man. Really exciting first half here. 13-7. Bald Eagle area scores right at the end of the half there to take the lead back. Interesting first half. Very defensive game. Little tablecloth math here. I have Bald Eagle with 135 yards of offense and Bellefonte with 40.
Yeah.
40 total yards.
And
probably more penalty yards than scrimmage yards.
Well, it didn't quite seem that way. Bellefonte was moving the ball pretty well, whenever they were handing the ball off. But, Eagles just being able to – and they have had struggles with getting chunk plays throughout the year, and we thought this was going to be, this has been so far a very defensive game. But, we thought they might have a little bit of struggles, trying to move the ball against this defense. But
yeah.
What
they
hasn't
have,
worked
to be fair. We haven't been up and down the field either, but we've won the field position battle a couple times where we thought maybe they'd go for it. They punted, and I kind of understand it. We did have the one big play to Cowan called back late in the half, but then we scored on the next drive, so that field position mattered. Bellefonte has had a couple of drives start inside their 10-yard line, and again, that's important stuff in a defensive battle like this. Both defenses swarm to the ball. Both defenses are fast. Both defenses can tackle. We have not seen broken tackles. We've seen some disciplined things. We had a call there on an ineligible man downfield that negated a big play. They had a big 15-yard penalty there that created a big play. Missed field goal by Bellefonte there during the half. The bad snap by Bellefonte. And, plays like that matter in a game like this.
Yeah, and, they kind of were moving the ball well on the ground, and then they seemed to kind of get away from it a little bit. I think they got down. They were, down a little bit there, and they kind of just
Cowboy Adam is a Bellefonte grad. He didn't like Red Raider Field. I mean, I could have called it whatever they were thinking about going to for a mascot field.
I believe it was the Brown Trout.
The Brown Trout Field. I don't love that. I'm not going to lie. I'm glad they kept it. Respect for that. PO leads Bellwood at halftime, 17-14. Looks like Chestnut Ridge in the third quarter leads 20-0 over Central Cambria. Claysburg 49-0 at Southern at halftime. And PO over Bellwood 17-7 in what would be my surprise of the week. In a much less surprising score, Penn Cambria leads Westmont 49-7 at half. So it looks like we're lined up here for the kickoff, and again, we've got number 18 out. He hits one pretty deep here. We're going to test the big back deep here. He tries to get to the outside, and he's going to be brought down by number 42. That is James Cowan, who had the big catch negated at the end of the first half. But pretty good field position to start for Bellefonte.
And again, that's number 11, Smith Kirk. We've been kicking the ball right to him.
Yeah, which is, again, I would not have had that on my bingo card. I thought we'd kick it away from him a lot.
He's been their star for sure.
Yeah, and that's probably why it seems like they've had more yards. They had a couple of big returns that probably evened out those total yards numbers, but they don't go in the stats where I start from scrimmage. So
right.
All right, Bellefonte comes out with a receiver each way and one man in the slot to the right. Quarterback barks out the signals. Looking to pass. It's caught, but Johnson is there right away to keep that to a 3-yard gain. That is number 9, Caleb Bartley.
Yeah,
on the catch.
Isaac Johnson, the freshman, just tried to time that up a little bit on the hit, and you see he was really in position to make a big hit there, but just ended up kind of catching him. And
yeah, he's on an island out there. Probably better to give up the 3-yard gain than to let him go, or maybe risk a broken tackle and a big gain. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Another handoff on a sweep. Nope, that's the quarterback keeper, and he had some yards there until it was shut down by number 5, Caden Clark.
Yeah, that was an option play there. You can see he holds the ball. He reads the DN to see what he's going to do.
That is,
DN stays out. He takes the ball and runs it up the middle himself.
That is a first down. Just got 7 on the carry, so out to the 47-yard line. Yeah, and we're focused so hard on the big tailback Smith Kirk that I think that opened up pretty well. So that's their adjustment at halftime, trying to force us to tackle the quarterback here. Pretty tight position, single coverage over here with Johnson. Another run up the middle. Oh boy! And that time he ran into what he didn't want to run into.
Yeah, that was 58 big
Gage Gardner, who's been hunting contact all night, and he found some there to create a 1 yard loss on the play. And that is not a big quarterback running up into that line of scrimmage. So if Gage gets off a block, the results can be devastating.
And when you come out of the half, you know that it's kind of like a reset. But my message to that defense would be come out and set the tone, and we need to get right back to things that we were doing in the last half.
Bellefonte breaks the huddle. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Pretty much the same formation to start this half. Receiver goes in motion. Going to be a sweep, and that is hemmed in. And he breaks 1 tackle, but he's brought down again. Gage Gardner, 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Initial contact by Cunningham.
Yeah, Cunningham trying to jar that ball loose. Put his helmet right into that into where the runner had the ball there.
Call that a loss of 2. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 13. The announcer here just said 2nd and 13. That was wishful thinking. Clark checks in. Going to give McCaslin a break here.
Yep, they're bringing on the pass rush.
I like that we've been cycling some linemen in, giving guys a break here, because with that big tailback, you need guys fresh inside. The sweep here. Clark's trying to get over. Oh, he came off the. Oh, what a great play by Johnson. Wow. That is a freshman, ladies and gentlemen. He came off of his block, stopped that for about a 6-yard gain, which is huge because 2 or 3 more they may have considered going for this, but now the punt team comes on the field.
And that was the counter play that time. Ran that same look, 4 or 5 times. They ran it a ton in the last half. They run that same look and hand it off to the previously pulling.
The jet motion.
Yeah.
Man. Ooh, high snap. Gets it out of there. Daniker had a rush on him. Going to bounce at the 25. Oh, touches a man at the 21. That's where it's going to be down at the 21-yard line. Yeah, coach is upset with Cunningham. He's telling him he could pick that up and run with it. Worst we could do there is a 21, but
yeah.
Or I'm sorry, the 16. They're marking it 16. I don't know what the discussion is, but that's the right spot wherever he touched it.
8:18 on the clock here.
Bellefonte with a good punt there.
And again, on the offensive side, you need to set the tone. Come out and do the exact same thing you ended the half with. Get a nice quick pass out to the side and, say, hey, we're back and we can do whatever we want again.
Hosbin runs off late. 1 receiver right. 2 men go in motion left to right and get reset. Fisher's going to cut up inside. Safe play there on first down, but only going to get about 2 on the play. And again, that's going to be 15. Bellefonte going after the whistle. It's a discipline problem, honestly. I mean, we had it earlier this year. We certainly have seen plenty of it, but
well, although we can see what's happening out there from up here, we obviously can't hear what's happening down there. And, there might be a little inciting going on possibly to draw some of these,
they're
these
discussing
penalties, but they're, it's kind of like hockey. They don't see the first thing that happens. They see the retaliation, the refs. So
they're talking about it. We'll see what they come up with here, but time for a decision, boys. It can't be that difficult. It's one thing or the other. It's 15 on Bellefonte or it's offsetting, and those are the only options you have. They may have just been trying to make. Oh, he gave him the thumb motion, but I think that means if he has a second one, he's gone. Yep, unsportsmanlike conduct. I believe that is on 68, I think I just heard him say. I don't know who the first one was on during the game, but you only get 2.
The call against the Red Raiders. Ball will be marched out to the Eagle 32-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 there.
So they're going to put that ball down at the 33 of Bald Eagle. Biggest play of the second half so far. Let's see if we can beat that right now. Single coverage up there again on top of the screen, but Fisher's going to run that up the middle and okay, whistle. Yep, he's slapping his hands, telling him to stop. Getting a little chippy out there. Oh, I don't know what just happened there, but he is.
Yeah, he is in
hurt.
A different dimension
he
right
was,
now.
Cowan was trying to help him up. Get that young man to the sideline. Actually, just get him on the ground right now. That was a pass out situation. I don't know what happened, but that's not a good look. Let's run some sponsors.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, don't like to see that. So thank you again to all our Eagle Ambassador sponsors. Feel free to reach out to Doug Dyke. Tell him how much you hate that I disrespected Bellefonte's field or whatever it is you want to complain about. Please understand that if you have complaints about Keith, he does feed those back. But me, he knows better because, it's just not that important to me. We're watching a replay here to see if we can get an idea what happened. Oh, he just landed kind of hard, but didn't look like his head hit the turf. But then when he went to get up, Cowan tried to help him, and he went right back down. So I didn't see anything obvious, but they're not working on anything like lower body.
Yeah,
this is
it could be one of those, one of those things that you don't hope doesn't happen, where you just hit it in just the right way and just the right spot. We're hoping for him to, get up here and.
I think they're going to be very cautious.
Yeah,
I really do.
They
are getting them up
here.
So if they're sitting them up, that's a great sign. But they are supporting him, so they're not taking his helmet off.
Well, they're trying to let some of that air out of the helmet there. Is what they're trying to do here.
Okay, I see.
They got the thing in the back of the helmet here. Trying to let some of that air out.
Okay, that seems like it did the trick there. They're going to take him off the sideline with a little help here. Get him checked out. Hopefully they've got somebody on the sideline that can do a good evaluation. No, listen, it's high school football. I know it's super important to people, but you get one brain for your whole life. So
yeah, he's going to be helped off, and I would be surprised if you see him back in this one, to be honest. I think it would be the smart decision to let him sit out, because that was scary.
Yeah, they're taking him back to the table back there, and I think that's a good decision. Let's abundance of caution. We've had too many of these situations this year so far, but 2nd and 9 here, 7:52 with a running clock. Oh, Caleb Iron in. He completes a pass out here to Hosman. Hosman's got the hot hand. Interesting to see Caleb back in there at quarterback. Nice throw. He's out to about the 40. The guy on the far side marked it at the 41, but this guy has it at the 40, so gain of 6.
And Caleb Iron is much taller than Grady Fisher.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you're going to see him run the ball a little bit. Grady's over here stretching out a little bit of a cramp maybe, but doesn't look like there's anything wrong with him. So,
Caleb Iron's got should have a little chip on his shoulder. He's got something to prove in this one.
He's definitely a competitor too. We saw that last week. Ooh, looking for the jump off sides, but didn't get it. But we got a nice gain up the middle, and that again is Clark. He's outside the 45 to the 48-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 8.
Has really developed into a great player for this Eagles team. I think in the first couple weeks they really weren't sure what to do with him.
Yeah.
But now he seems like he's found a home.
Well, and I kind of like the idea of a little bit bigger back here in the second half to try and wear that defense down a little bit. Clark runs behind those pads really well. Like when you've hit him 4 or 5 times, you remember it. All right, we're back in 2 receivers right, 1 left. Iron in the shotgun. I think they're looking for something deep here. He slings one out. It is going to hit the turf out there by Cunningham. He threw it low and away where he needed to, but Cunningham not able to hold on to that. 2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
7:03 left.
And that time
in the third.
they had safety help over the top, too, for that play.
Iron comes off. Did a nice job there.
Yep, Grady Fisher's going to check back in.
I like the idea that you can have 2 quarterbacks capable. That's important.
Yeah, it's always an odd situation when you got 2 quarterbacks that are kind of on equal footing for that, starting job.
Swing it out to Clark, but that play was read by the defensive end. He had great contain. That's going to be about a 5-yard loss on the play. Back to the 43. Bring up 3rd and 15 here.
And you can see the changes, as before they were just trying to get to the quarterback, but now with Fisher in there, they're looking to bat the ball down, and his eyes in the backfield like that told him, hey, there's a screen coming, and he got out there quickly.
Bellefonte takes a lineman out and brings in another defensive back. Looks like we're going to see a nickel package here. Yeah, I believe so. I get confused because number 2 is a linebacker. I expect him to be a safety or a D-back. Yeah, and that play clock was running down. We got the play off, but he's got a man open. Hosman's open. He's got it at the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown. What a throw by Grady Fisher. Oh, my goodness. Cross the field on a dime, 40 yards in the air. Beautiful pass. That's huge to take that 2-score lead early in the second half. And that's a heartbreaker for Bellefonte, but now the defense has to step up and do what they're supposed to do. I think you're going to see another 2-point conversion attempt here, 19-7.
And that right there was a discipline play right there. You could see they had safety help. They were in a cover 2, and as you're playing safety, you're looking at the quarterback. You're seeing what he's trying to do. Grady Fisher rolls out to the right. That backside safety starts flowing left to go at the play and leaves his side of the field wide open for that pass.
He had heavy pressure in his face when he let it go. Just threw it as far as he could, basically, and Hosman ran under it. Hosman having a game. I mean, he's thrown for over 50 now, and he on one play, and now he's caught one, or he's caught a couple now for. He's got to be approaching 100 yards receiving, I would think. I mean, that one went for 57 and a touchdown. So we are going to kick the extra point here. Not going to chase the points just yet. Might be smart. Oh, they fake it, throw it out there to Cowan, but good play by the defensive back. I like it. I think it's a smart play.
Yeah, they're trying to get the 2 to make it an even 21 there. And it's going to be 19-7, the score line.
And if nothing else, you just put a little something on the film to scare teams.
Yeah.
So that makes it 19-7 with 6:09 remaining in the third quarter. A couple of scorers here from other games. P.O. leads Bellwood 31-14. I mean,
I would not have expected that.
That is a shocker.
Yeah.
Mount Union and Glendale 20-20. And that's all I've got right now as far as second half updates. But that P.O. score, that one surprises me. I don't know if that one's good for us or bad for us, because I think we play both teams.
Yeah.
Bellwood might be ahead of us in the standings, though. Double A.
We'll have to.
This would switch that completely.
Yeah, we'll have to take a look at that as this game is starting to come to a close. But
okay, so 6:09 in the third. Bald Eagle lines up to kick it off here. I just recommend we kick it to that second line somewhere. Oh, we're going onside again. Gets over his head. We got a shot at this. Oh, recovered by Bellefonte. Number 9 steps up. He tweaked a little something there. Who is that, number 9? That's Caleb Bartley. Looked like he was stretching something out on the sideline, but perfect onside kick.
Oh, man,
we might need
right over him.
A little bit more speed out on that edge. That's Colin Cunningham. I think he gets there.
Yeah.
But the Red Raiders are going to take over with the ball at their own 39-yard line.
And that's a confidence gauge right there. You're saying to these guys, we don't really care about your field position. As long as you're behind the 50, right. We can stop you. It doesn't matter. And, that.
Let's hope that's true.
If you're Bellefonte, you got to kind of take that personally a little bit if you want to, get some more points.
We haven't seen a lot of production from Smith Kirk here. But 2 scores up, this should put them into a game they're not comfortable with. Boy, Daneker just crashing the line. Daneker and McCaslin crashing the line of scrimmage, pushed a lineman back into the quarterback. That's a 3-step drop, and he had no time to throw.
Yeah, well, you can see here they had safety help over the top. They tried that little stop and go with the wide receiver out here. I mean, I'm not entirely sure that would have been a window to throw into,
maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah.
If I didn't know how far back the safety was on this side. That safety being Luke Hosbin wearing the number 2 tonight, and
wearing it well.
Tried that little stop and go, but just as we saw there, a little bit too much time taken up.
They've got a little size advantage on the far side there, but we're going to see. Yep, he's going to be very frustrated here. They're pushing it after the whistle again. I mean, it's good for them that Johnson's not a guy to flop, because he could have got a 15-yarder there. Push well after the whistle. So 2-yard gain on that play. And, I think it would be an understatement to say that Smith Kirk is a little frustrated here. He's been pretty well bottled up. He's had a couple of decent runs, but it's been tough sailing in there inside on that Eagles defensive line.
Well, when you're the guy, you got to kind of play it kind of more conventionally. If they're going to try to roll him out into space or do something of that nature, they're going to have him locked down for sure.
Oh, that's a false start for sure. Oh, my goodness. They're throwing it deep. Hosbin all over it for the interception. We'll decline that false start anyway, even though they didn't throw the flag on it. 100% illegal motion. But Hosbin goes up the ladder, makes the pick. Listen, just wear the 2, man. Just wear the 2.
Well, he's a basketball player, and he's a tall kid, man. And, you're taught to high point the ball, and he just gets right in front of the receiver that time. That ball was just a tad bit underthrown. Had it been out in front of him, that probably would have been a touchdown. But, Haas been able to get over there just in time and make it happen.
So apparently we're supposed to root for PO.
Okay.
That's the news I got from the studio. I don't know what this signal is from the official. It's the hammer down one. I'd like to see that too. Let's just put one more in the end zone here. Little inside handoff to is that Clark? Nope,
sure.
That's Cowan. 42 Cowan with the carry, I believe.
Lose a yard on that.
Actually,
play.
I can't tell. There's a lot of bodies on a pile. I'm going to say that was Clark. That's a loss of about a yard.
Yard loss on the play. Logan Rarick with the tackle. Second down.
Back to the 37-yard line. Going to be 2nd and 11.
37.
I don't know about that play call. I think there's a lot of traffic in there for that. Johnson comes over to the side here. I don't know if he just got the play call and went inside. Fisher's going to try to flank him, but he cuts back inside. Gets hit pretty hard at the 40, and he'll be brought down there. Gain of 3.
Brought down by Gavin Dufour.
And listen, we've had 2-score leads and kind of messed around earlier this year. I would really like to see us get a first down here. I understand if we're not terribly aggressive, up 19-7, but 4 minutes to go in the third quarter here.
Well, Big 7 is going to check back in here.
Caleb Iron back in the game.
We'll see what Bellefonte does here on the defensive side. They're not going to change anything. They're going to be the same personnel here. Thinking throw, you're thinking maybe a long throw. They're going to have at least double safety coverage over here. No, they're going to play
Got to snap
close.
it. No, that's a delay of game penalty. Yep, we did not get the snap off on time. Changing quarterbacks there kind of burn us.
That was interesting. You had Colin Cunningham out wide in press coverage. Man, I don't. That's
a recipe for a fade.
Yeah.
or a back shoulder if he wants to back off whenever you throw it. But
he doesn't. I don't think he has the size advantage on that guy, but I wouldn't doubt that he's
got the ball
a
skills.
little speedier than he is. Yeah.
Now he's going to be covered by. Now we're in a little tighter on this for him. Now Cunningham splits out wide. He's got a size advantage on that defensive back for sure. And he's press
He's
coverage
gonna try to jam
again.
him.
I'm wondering if Coach saw that. No, he's faking it this way. Rolls out. No, he's just going to keep it. Play it safe here. Their whistles are not loud. That's going to be a loss of about 2, and that's going to bring up a punt.
Behind the line by Ian Bellefonte.
So the only good thing about that series is that it chewed a few minutes off the clock.
Yeah.
But it's going to bring up a 4th and 16. We'll call it 15. From our own 33-yard line, 2 minutes and 37 seconds with a running clock. And we've been ticking that down inside 5 seconds before the snap.
Yeah, they're kind of just taking their time here, and there's really no need for them to rush so far.
Yeah, I'm not ready to throttle down just yet, though. I'd like to see us continue to be a little bit aggressive. Clark takes the snap, gets it out of there. Line drive, that's a good kick because that's going to take a big hop. Just don't let him get outside contain, and we'll be okay. Johnson again, and cleaned up by Cunningham. Great job to stop him for about a 2-yard return. There's a lot of talking after plays, and I don't think that's unfriendly, but it's a lot of talking.
Well, Johnson is earning it tonight, man.
Cunningham's having quite the discussion over there. Just throttle it down. He's keeping his cool. So Bellefonte takes over at their own 24-yard line. Bald Eagle right now is willing to, for the next 8 or 9 minutes, play a little field position football, I'm sure. See if the defense can step up again here.
Well, if you're Bellefonte, you got to be looking for chunk plays here now.
Yeah, this isn't really their game necessarily, but. Oh, they try the keeper. Oh, my goodness. Gage Gardner. Woo! We're going to call that 2 on the blast double. It was more up in the rib cage than anything, and that's, man, Coach might want to stop calling that play. Your quarterback's not big enough to run that. I mean, Gage is a horse, and he lives for this. That's the difference.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
man,
Lord.
And, again, that's that same option read that they ran. They're reading the DN there. He stays home, and so he tries to, quarterback pulls it, tries to take it up the middle, and is met by a
250 pounds of anger.
A big hit there.
All right, he's in the shotgun again. He flares it out to that left side. A lot of coverage out there. Cunningham gets there. Cunningham's doing a good job of just getting up off the pile and going back to his position, but looked like Fisher was in on that tackle as well.
Yeah, and this Eagle defense is having a night.
So the Gage Gardner play was a loss of 1, and then that play was a gain of 1. So we're back down to 3rd and 10 here. And again, this is not Bellefonte's game. They've thrown for 300 yards coming into this game on the season. They like to pound it down your throats, and down 19-7 with 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Going to be tough to do that. See what they have here. No pass rush. He's got a man wide open. Defensive back fell down. He's going to take it to the house. Wow, blown coverage, and that's what I mean. You gotta keep your foot on the gas a little bit. That's going to make it 19-13 with 32 seconds left in the third quarter.
Yeah, that was Luke Hosbin's.
Looked like he slipped on the play.
Well, yeah, he was trying to get over there to get to that receiver, but ended up slipping on the turf. And we can kind of feel it's getting a little colder, that you're kind of getting a little haze in front of you. That turf is going to get slippy.
76 yards on that touchdown completion. And they are missing somebody on the field out there. Play clock just started, so they've got lots of time.
They're missing somebody here.
Important extra point, and looks like he put it through. So that's going to make it 19-14, one-score game.
And we just said that they're not a chunk play offense, but they get a break there, and that
it happens.
That's what happens, right? And they're right back into this one.
Yeah, so you really need to take some time off the clock here, and any score would be big.
Yeah. And we thought it would be a close one, and it is turning out to be that way. Some special teams, thrillers, and
yeah, we've had too many close ones. I don't know if we're allergic to beating people by 2 or 3 scores or what, but
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I still have a pair of glasses. If you lost a pair of glasses up here, Lost them down there. We have them up here.
They're desperately trying to find the owner of a pair of glasses here
So if you're missing your phone,
at Bellefonte.
you can claim it up here in the press box.
Scores here, maybe.
Not too much showing up right now. Clearfield, the blowout over Penns Valley. Let's see what we've got for a kickoff here. That's really what we were hoping against, and the defense was doing such a good job. And now Bellefonte's back in a position where that, if it stays this score, they can get back to their regular offense. Not that it was working terribly well, but yeah, we're backing up now, but he has not kicked it super deep yet, so he has a leg. But he just pops it up in the air and out of bounds. We're going to get that at the 35. In high school, I don't know if the 35 is enough of a penalty.
Seconds remaining in the third quarter. Score Bowling area 19, Bellefonte 14.
Coaching staff is having a debate here, but I think we're just going to take it at the 35. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. 19-14, Bald Eagle area is your score. That score may have energized Bellefonte a little bit here, so this would be a good time for one of those, the pitch pass play or something like that we saw, against that aggressive Tyrone defense.
Well, you got this defense really respecting the pass now, so.
We're in tight now.
Yep, we got the beef package in here.
Cunningham is split at the hashes on this side. He goes in motion. No running back there. Fisher's going to keep it. He breaks a tackle. He's got a little bit of a chunk. That's 7 yards on that play. Pretty nice run in traffic there for Fisher. Out to the 42.
Not sure if it's quite a free play yet, but you might have one here if you want to go long.
I think right now you're going to take this to the fourth quarter with 10 left on the clock there. And then you can think about that free play during the break if you want.
They are just going to walk it back to the sideline. The score line at the end of the third quarter, 19-14, Eagles on top. It'll be a great time to thank our sponsors again. Again, thank you to all the sponsors for making the show happen and helping us get some playoff spots as well. If you'd like to become a sponsor, contact douglas.dyke@beasd.net. Again, that is douglas.dyke@beasd.net to become a sponsor.
Shout out to Juniata Valley, who leads Mo Valley 15-0, where I got my nickname, the Hornet, because my kids went to Juniata Valley. Looks like PO leads Bellwood 31-21 now. Getting a little tighter. Hopefully that's a fourth quarter score. That would be ideal. We're going to change directions here. Bald Eagle's going to have the ball at our own 42-yard line. Start of the fourth quarter here. Have a 2nd and 3. I think we're going to try to choose some clock here. I can see this being another, you got Daniker in the backfield now. Might not be the time to get him his first carry of the year. I'm thinking Daniker and Clark are lead blockers for Fisher again. Johnson in motion. Clark looking for some room. He's got a little bit. He's got a first down. He's still driving his legs. They're ripping at the ball. Blow the whistle. He had him marked, but he wasn't blowing the whistle, and I worry in a situation like that if that ball comes out.
Yeah.
Call that the 46-yard line, gain of 4. Well, they're marking at the 47. Give them 5.
1st and 10 Bald Eagle area at the Eagle 47-yard line.
And if Bald Eagle's able to do that, 2nd and 3, 1st and 10, it's going to be a problem for the Red Raiders. So, same formation. Johnson comes in motion again. Fisher gets brought down at the line of scrimmage on that play.
He stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Not a lot of room for him to run there. Good fill from the linebacker.
Yeah, I think that's one of those situations where you run it until they stop it, and now they've stopped it. So switch up to something else here. Having a long conversation on the sideline here. Bellefonte fans are getting rowdy. They want them to punch the ball out, but then you run the risk of broken tackles and something silly happening.
Yeah, that's not really
8 left
an
on the
option
play clock.
against certain runners, is it?
We get lined up here. 3 to play. Yep. They get the snap off. He's got a little room. Oh, that fills. That linebacker does a nice job of scraping down the line of scrimmage and filling. That's number 32, I believe.
Carson Crawford with another
Carson
tackle
Crawford.
for the Raiders, and it'll be 3rd down and 10.
Well, you're sort of just watching the quarterback. I mean, that pile happens in front of you, and unless that front line is getting a real big push, he's going to try to pick one side or the other, and if you're the linebacker, you're just sitting over top of him, watching him. Whatever side he picks, you pick. So,
yeah, we bring the whole team over the sideline. Not a lot of energy in that huddle right now. 15 left on the play clock.
they're just trying to take some time off the clock here, but.
Yeah, we're kind of rushing things at the end. We need to get lined up here, guys. 5 on the play clock. Cunningham goes out wide. I don't know if we were set in time, but Fisher rolls out. He's got Hosman deep, but that's overthrown. Flag comes in. That should be illegal motion, I think.
Well, that was a late flag for illegal motion.
It was, but it's the right guy to throw it. Yeah, he's calling a shift. Oh, wait. No, he is calling something on Bellefonte. He pointed at Bellefonte, and their coaching staff is very upset. He turned around and had a conversation with them. I don't know what's going on over there. Oh, yeah, they're calling ineligible downfield. Okay, he was just asking if they were taking it or declining it.
Illegal man downfield is the call.
We were fortunate.
Fisher
Put that one in danger out there and fell in between two guys. So going to line up to punt here on 4th and 10 from our own 47.
Yeah, it's always dangerous when you sail that ball over the middle of the field like that. That is right where a safety makes their money.
Ooh, high snap. He gathers it. He gets it away. It's a line drive, though, and they're going to try to get to the outside. They've got a speed advantage, but he breaks a tackle, and he gets out to the 37-yard line. They had him hemmed in out there after a pretty decent return, but they're going to have good field position here with 9:54 to go in a one-possession game. Fisher just had to get it out of there, and the fact that it went kind of on a line right to him was unfortunate, but necessary. Cleeseth with the tackle. Okay. I think you're going to see a little bit more of their Smith-Kirk regular offense here, at least to try it. Maybe a screen pass or something to start them off, but yep, there it is. Oh, tipped. Oh my. Again, Daniker. He's not blockable right now.
Well, we talked about him before the game started, and he's still making a name for himself in the fourth quarter.
And if Gage Gardner was one of those 6'4" heavyweights, he'd have had an interception there. But unfortunately, he's built a little more like me. P.O. leads Bellwood 31-28. That one's tightening up. We shouldn't have said we needed P.O. to win. All right. 1 receiver left, 2 receivers tight right. There's the snap. He's looking to throw back to this side. He's got nobody, and he's got a lineman 8 yards downfield.
Yeah,
that's we may have declined it anyway, but my goodness. 8 yards. Like, if he'd have thrown it to the lineman, he could have got a first down. So we're at 3rd and 10 here. 9:43 on the clock. They're going to have a discussion, and this might be a moot point. I don't know if we would accept this penalty.
72 was 5 yards down the field.
At least 5 yards. The AD's trying to help him out, but they tend to not listen to him. I don't know what it is. He's a smart guy. They really should.
See if we have any.
What is happening here? Did somebody call timeout? Because we're treating it like one.
Wow. PO 31, Bellwood 28.
28, yeah. That one got tight. I have no idea why we just had that 2-minute stoppage. Is this a water break? Is it soccer? Did I miss something?
Got another score here. Huntington 49, Central 13. This is a wacky. I don't even know if wacky is the right word. This is interesting night of football here.
Do the food specials at Bonfato's not start until 10? I don't understand what the delay is here.
Maybe not.
Just trying to
They're
kill
going
some
to Applebee's,
time.
man. They're trying to get that.
What are
those
we
half
doing?
apps or something. I don't know what's going on.
This is even too long for an actual timeout. Let's go. I don't like that late in the fourth quarter, midway through the fourth quarter, we're giving Bellefonte a chance to develop a 3rd and 10 play here.
Was that a timeout? I'm so confused.
I have no idea. I think it was too long for a timeout. At first, I thought they were meeting to discuss the
Well, it had to have been a timeout.
lineman downfield. It had to be. Weird time for a timeout. 3rd and 10. Tight formation for Bellefonte. Looks like we're bringing Iron on the blitz. Well, that was a collision in the backfield, and Iron was all over it. Daneker, shockingly, I know, Daneker was right next to him in the biggest surprise of the night, right?
Yeah.
I don't even, are they blocking him or did they just stop? Looks like McCaslin's going to have a little limp coming off the field here, but that is a huge loss on the play. So they got 3 minutes to come up with a play, and they came up with one that went for -9. Clock's running now, though. Johnson runs on late. They get the punt away. Yep, get away from it. Get away from it. Oh, boy. Went out of bounds, fortunately. Clark was over there blocking and had no idea where it was. So that's a short punt. It's going to go out at Bald Eagles 45. Only 27 on that punt. And Bellefonte's done a good job with the kicking game tonight, other than the missed field goal. But Huntington's leading Central 49-13. Clearfield leads Penns Valley 46-7. Some of these scores are starting to matter, but
yeah,
it's hard to keep track of it all. We have a guy for that. He's the best at it, and I just let him do it. I used to try to figure it out with him, and then I just, you know what? I put in minimal effort, and he does a great job. So,
right. 8:57 left here in the fourth quarter.
Close
one.
We're now marking the ball. What are we doing? Why? They're marking the ball at the 35-yard line. Did we get called for a hold and not throw a flag? I'm very confused. And this officiating crew's not doing a good job of communicating what's going on. Usually there's a flag.
Something happened. Maybe that's what the conversation was previously about. I don't know. Before it happened. Who knows?
Rather have it at the 45, but we just need to choose some clock here, and, any score would be great. But we're going to start at the 35. Going back to Fisher. He cuts outside, back inside. He's got a big chunk here. He tries to make another cut, and he's down at midfield here. We're going to call it the 49. Nice little move in the hole there by Fisher.
And Grady Fisher is so used to cutting around and making quick moves. He was looking to make another move after he had the edge. He was still looking to make more moves. He was looking to make more guys miss.
Yeah, he cut it back inside and probably cost himself 5 yards. But that's Bellefonte's first time out of the second half, even though we just had a 3-minute timeout not 5 minutes ago. And both teams are showing, Bald Eagle still has all 3. Bellefonte now has 2, according to the scoreboard. I would love to get an explanation on that. I don't
know what that was about either.
It didn't hurt us, but I don't understand it. Bad for the flow of the game. So we're going to have the ball at midfield, 1st and 10. River Valley beat United 10-7.
Wow.
And I think that United is the only team that we could jump this week, but I'm not really sure of that.
Yeah, I believe that is the case. United might be the only team.
I have a friend who wants us to give the ball to Daniker.
That would be
you're going to see that. I got news alert. You're going to see that coming up, but not today probably.
Give the ball to Daniker.
Well, if you can't block him, I don't know if you can tackle him, so it's
man.
worth a shot, right?
You know what? Give Daniker the ball out in the flat and just let him run through a couple small guys. You know
Your
what
job
I mean?
is to punish safeties.
Yeah. Or get him as a lead blocker.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, he's in there as a lead blocker right now. Got Clark beside him. We're in this formation where we're going to run Fisher again. We're stopping. Yeah, this official was stopping the game, but Fisher had that ball slide down his hip there. This has not been the best mechanically. Oh, Fisher's down with a cramp.
Here.
Yeah, that's.
So the big 7's going to make a return.
Iron's going to check back in. I think they ought to let him run it a little bit. He runs a little bit straight up and down, but it's
Big
pretty
Iron.
effective.
That's his new name, Big Iron.
Big Iron.
Like the song.
Call him Steam Iron, maybe? I don't know.
Iron Man.
We went to Allentown and watched, I forget what they're, something Valley, Lehigh Valley, maybe Iron Pigs play one time. And if you ever go there, you got to go to the concession stand and just look at the menu. 'Cause everything is pork related.
Okay.
All of it. And my friend got something that had like sausage, pulled pork, and ham in it. And I was like, my heart can't take that. I'm just going to get like hamburger. But I was worried it would actually be hamburger.
Hamburger.
These are definitely the longest timeouts, but this one is for good reason here. Fisher's getting stretched out as much as possible on the field. Smart move, because that means you can come out, stretch a little bit on the sideline, and go right back in.
Mm-hmm.
I think you might see Clark or McCulley here on a carry, but I don't know. Trying to chew up clock here. 25 on the play clock. We'll let that run down a bit.
Well, Iron's not in there. They actually got Cunningham back there, quarterback now. So surely they're just going to run it up the middle with him.
8.5 to go with a running clock. We're snapping it too early. But there goes Cunningham. He's going to get a first down. Oh, he's very close. Depends on which guy they use. He is very close. I think they're going to call him just a little bit short. Yeah, just about a foot short. Good job by Cunningham there. Gets it down to the 41, we're going to call it. He comes to the sideline, but probably wasted a run. Just same play would pretty much be the call. Now, Bellefonte's got to know that, so they're going to run some slants or something here. We just need to go tight splits, which we are, and drive this thing forward. Yep, inside 5. Good time to snap it. Yep, he's got it. Just going to gain about a yard, but that's enough.
Cunningham picks up the first down.
You like to see them just kind of take their time a little bit more on these plays and just let that clock run down.
Well, he had it inside 5 on that one, so he did a pretty good job. But 7:34 on a running clock here. Cunningham's staying in the game. I'm looking for Fisher over here. Trainer's talking to him. He just had a cramp.
Yeah.
He's getting some water in him, and I think you'll see him get back in there as soon as possible. But you know, it's not warm, but it's humid, so I'm sure he's had a pretty good sweat going the whole game. 10 on the play clock. Cunningham in shotgun. 10 guys in the box. Cunningham up the middle. He might break this. Oh, boy, he keeps his balance. He's going to get about 12. Down inside the 30, about the 27-yard line.
And the thing that they've kind of struggled with earlier in the game, running that ball up the middle, they're doing spectacularly right now. They're just grinding and really just grinding this clock away is what they're doing.
Well, Bellefonte basically runs 5 down linemen. They've only cycled 1 guy in at all. And I think that's where, you know, we've been subbing in some guys through the game. I think this is where it's starting to show. They're definitely getting a little tired here. 6:37 remains. Got 5 on the play clock. I'm going to guess Cunningham up the middle. And he pushes forward inside. Well, they blew the whistle, but he landed at the 19. I think they're going to give him about 19 and a half. Or, I'm sorry, the 24 and a half.
He's going to get 3 yards on that play. You know what they say? You get 3 yards every play.
Never lose.
Never lose.
There's some Bellefonte players having a towel issue, I think. He hands it to the referee who did not want it.
Well, no, he has it. He took it either way. He, was like,
he looked at it and was like, this is wet. All right, Fisher's back in the game here.
Referee's going to wear it now. He's taking that home as a souvenir.
Play clock inside 9. Johnson in motion. Fisher's got a little hole there. Well, he might be getting called for a formation penalty, but can I hope for a defensive offsides here? That'd be great. No, they're explaining it to Coach Nagel over here, thinking somebody didn't get set.
Yeah, he said somebody put their hand down. So we'll see what the call is here.
They're explaining it to somebody from Bald Eagle. So Daniker's favoring that left hand. Looks like he's grabbing it. So we're going to get penalized 5 yards, but we will get to repeat second down. Take some time off. 5:34 remains. So the penalty takes us back to the 30-yard line. Going to be 2nd and 13.
I wouldn't be surprised if you just see him running up the middle again.
Yeah, I mean, Bellefonte still has 2 timeouts somehow. So I think you might see, well, they're not going to consider using them just yet, but the clock is running with 5:17 remaining in this game. Fisher throws it out here to Johnson, but he's got to go down to a knee to catch it. We're going to lose more there.
There's going to be no catch.
Did he call it incomplete? That's
incomplete. That was the correct call.
But this is one situation where it would have been better to catch it and have 3rd and 17, but the clock running than. They called it an incomplete pass. I did not. The claim up here is that it was a lateral, but I don't know. I wasn't in position to see that. So did Bellefonte call a timeout, or the play clock's still running here? So we got 3rd and 13.
I got just
we don't
over
need
10 seconds.
Yeah, we don't need to save play clock here, guys, because. All right, Johnson and Cunningham out to the right. 5 on the play clock. We have time. Yeah, we called a timeout. That's smart.
Have to call a timeout
we were not ready.
Yeah.
We were playing the run the play clock, and the actual game clock wasn't running, so it didn't matter. We had guys in motion. Cowan was going to get called for an illegal motion there, so not by his fault.
Gentlemen, today we held a fundraiser for a special young man, Zane Hummel. With the help of the Bellefonte community and Clem's Barbecue.
So how many yards do you have to get here before you try a field goal?
$6,000 for Zane.
I mean, at least up to the 20. Say if you're at the 20, you're trying a field goal, they're going to put it, even if you miss, they're going to put it at 25. So
you're going to put it to 20.
Or at the 20, yeah.
If it goes into the end zone, yeah.
Right. So I don't hate that. Or at least to the 25.
So each team has 2 timeouts remaining. 5:06 left in the game.
I guess really your question is, how far can your guy kick to put it in the end zone?
How far do you trust him?
Well, how far away can he be before you can put it in the end zone?
Oh, that's true.
So that way
true.
they can at least be on the 20. I don't hate that. I honestly, saying that now, I wouldn't hate a field goal try from here.
Well,
if your guy's got the leg.
You got to worry about it getting blocked because you need a lower trajectory here. But P.O. pulls off what I would call an upset against Bellwood, 31-28.
Yeah.
That is a big game for the Bald Eagle area Eagles. All right, 3rd and 13. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Cowan in motion right to left.
It's going to be
There's
man
the snap.
here.
Rolls out left. He's got a man, but he's going to run it. He's knocked out of bounds at about the. I wish we hadn't gone out of bounds there. 5 minutes left. Do you try a field goal? We're at the 26-yard line.
No, I don't think they're going to try a field goal.
It would make it like 43 yards. I don't know.
Let's see. They're rolling some new guys in here. This might be a field goal try.
This would be, yeah, he's got the block. This would be a massive field goal if he gets it.
Well, if he gets this, that puts him out, what is that, 22? And that makes it a
It makes it a
Very-
2-point conversion.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a 5-point game right now, so he's going to line up for a 43-yarder, it looks like. They are playing field goal safe. They've got a man back there at the 5-yard line. So we've got to – oh, the play clock's running down. We had to call another timeout. So we're using our second timeout here.
Baltimore area calls their second timeout of the
They're just
half.
letting this clock run down and try to.
I'm wondering if Jesse's going to think about this
Bellefonte 25
during the timeout here.
at the 26. The score Baltimore area 19, Bellefonte 14.
I don't know. I'm glad I'm not a head coach right now. That's all I'm saying. Doug's having heart palpitations back here. You let me know if I need to call an ambulance. Actually, just let me know where your keys are because you drove me here. So it's okay, Doug. It's high school football, man. It's fun.
Well, 5 minutes even on the clock now.
Yeah, this is a little nerve-wracking. We're in a 4th and 9 situation. He is still lining up to kick the field goal here. He's got a 44-yarder on the season already.
Well, this is one of those situations where everything's got to be perfect, right? The snap's got to be. You need 3 things to go right on a field goal. You need
Bellefonte
a
brings.
good snap, a good hold, and a good kick.
They bring everybody up. Perfect snap. Perfect hold. The kick is up. Oh, and it's just short, just under the crossbar.
Field goal at
What an effort right there.
Yeah.
Would have been good from 42.
4:54 remaining in the game.
Okay,
Bellefonte takes over. First and 10.
now we're putting it on the defense here.
Ball thrown 26-yard line.
No, ball at the 20, sir. He just announced ball at the 26, but he forgot the rule. Mountain Union 34, Glendale 20. So 4:54 remain in this one. 19-14 lead for Bald Eagle area.
And let me tell you, I haven't really seen anybody starting to clear out yet. Everybody is staying put for this one.
We got Johnson on an island over there to the right. 2 receivers left. Looks like not a lot of safety help here. They're going to swing it out here. And great tackle again. Grady Fisher. I like that they're walking past him and not saying anything. That's the right way to play it.
The important thing is that he stayed in bounds.
Yeah, true. Although with 5 minutes to go, 4.5 to go, still a lot of time. We just can't give up any big chunks here.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10.
I am surprised we're not running some type of a nickel
Ball at the
here.
Bellefonte 20-yard line.
Pretty much just one safety deep and
Clark with the tackle.
4 defensive backs. I guess it is sort of a nickel. Goes in motion. High snap. Oh, Gage Gardner. Daniker's on him. He sacks him at the 5-yard line. Did he think he was running away? Because that man can fly.
Well, I think he was thinking about trying to get rid of it, try to, just get it out of his hands.
Now,
But
explain to me how we're marking it at the 10-yard line.
Dino Daniker with the sack for the Eagles.
not
Now bring up
quite sure about the.
He was
the
still
spot, but
running
he was-
out wide.
That's where the contact happened, I
boy.
think. But he was.
I don't know.
There was definitely no forward progress on that play.
It's a loss of 11 either way, and Bellefonte is going to use their second timeout or their third of 4. I don't know how you call that. But
Well, both teams down to 1 timeout left in the game here, and these timeouts are crucial for Bellefonte. They're going to need timeouts going down the field. I mean, there's just under 4 minutes left here on the clock. Yeah. I mean, and we talked about it all night. Other than the large, the chunk play, the one was a touchdown that they had.
The defensive
the blown
back fell
coverage.
down. Yep.
They haven't really had very many chunk plays.
And I think you're going to see some safeties on the field now.
Well, they're gonna stay in a 4-man front. So
Yeah,
they're
but
probably going to be in a dime
You're going to have
look
Nagel
here.
10 or 15 yards off the line of scrimmage
Well,
here.
this is going to be a dime package here.
Yeah, we're playing a shell here. You don't want to play it too loose because they're going to go for it on 4th down if they get enough.
Well, I'd like to see a 3-man rush with one of those D linemen or D ends fall back into a QB spy.
I'd just like to see Daniker do what Daniker does. That's what I'd like to see. Maybe they'll try to roll away from him, and Hauck Leitzel can get some glory here. He has a sack on the day, too, I believe.
Well, you need that safety help over the top on both
Okay.
of these guys because that's what they're going to be looking for.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Got to watch the tailback on the wheel route here. Nope, he's going to take the handoff. They come up and fill, and Grady Fisher with a great tackle. I don't understand that play call. So now with 3:45 to go in the game, that's a gain of a yard, 2 yards we'll call it, out to the 12. And I think they're going to punt the ball away. And if I'm the Bald Eagle staff, I'm not even putting anybody back deep.
Well, I'd be more worried about
it.
I'd be more worried about the fake than anything.
Yeah, but it's 4th and 18, so.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're going to have two deep men here. I think Hosband is there just to protect against exactly what you're talking about. High snap. Oh, my. Hauk Leitzel got a piece of it. Yeah, he's showing the tips of it.
Tipped, yeah.
So that turns into a very short punt out to the 28-yard line. And now we're down to cases. They have 1 timeout left. Pretty much 1 first down, and this game is in the books.
You know, we talk about them really being able to just chew away at this clock. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. We've had a couple of mechanical issues with the officiating crew and the clock crew, and I don't believe it's the clock guy. I think the officials never told him to start it. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. But 3:04 to go, 19-14, Bald Eagle area leads. They have the ball and a 1st and 10 at Bellefonte's 28-yard line. Do not need to score. Fisher up the middle. Cover that ball, son. Good job. He's going to gain about 4 on that play. That's a good carry.
And, you know, it's the smart thing to do is just run the ball and just get the first down and end the game. But something in me just says, you know what, this is Bellefonte. This is Bellefonte.
Prime situation to punch one in, yes.
Let's seal the deal, man.
But they're defensive backs on an island out there. They haven't shown that they're a liability for the most part. So I do think right now this is the right play.
Yeah, of course.
You're going to see the shotgun snap to Fisher again. We're in that tight splits, and our line's just going to drive forward. Fisher still running his legs here. He gets down to the 22-yard line.
And the difference between the plays that we were running like this before and now is that instead of just trying to, do that wedge and push everybody in the middle, tush-push style, we're telling those 2 back guys to pick us. Basically, we're telling them to go to a side, and we're going to do we're
just going to pick a hole.
Basically a zone run,
yep.
Right.
So 2:02 left on the clock, and Bellefonte calls their last timeout. So worst case scenario, you run the ball here. The play clock starts at 40. You're down inside a minute 15 left. Even if it's 4th down, I think you're probably going for it because getting a first down, this game's over.
Right.
I don't think you're going to see us get too tricky. I think it's going to be the same thing we've been seeing.
Well, we said it earlier. You get 3 plays. You get 3 yards every play. You'll never lose. And they've been getting those 3 yards every play on this beef package. Look.
Yep. And it is 3rd and 4.
Right.
Incidentally,
right.
After 2 3-yard gains. Okay. Important play right here, maybe the most important of Bellefonte's season so far. Well, a little confusion on Bellefonte's defense. Their ends switch sides. Cunningham in motion. Fisher takes the snap. He comes out to the right. He had a little hole. He gets down to the 20. He got hit pretty hard in the backfield by number 2 there, Isaac Gall. That's going to bring up 4th down and 2. With a running clock, minute 45 remain, 30 seconds on the play clock. So when you snap this ball, we might call timeout with 0 on the play clock. We'll see what we're doing here. No. Trying to decide, but 4th and 2, we know what's coming. And for sure, Bellefonte knows what's coming. I mean, Sam Clark's been pounding it pretty hard when we give him the ball, but now we call a timeout.
Use their last
minute
timeout
14
here.
remains. So this is really the ball game whenever we come out of this timeout. 4th and 2 at the Bellefonte 20-yard line. I mean, it's pretty simple at this point. First
Right.
down, and it's over.
And the message to the guys right now in that huddle is, listen, this is the last one. Giddy up. Let's get a first down. Let's seal the deal right now.
Let's get a first down. Let's take a couple knees.
Yep.
Or really just one, because there's no timeouts left. Yeah, if they get the first down here, the next snap will be at about 35 left on the game clock, and that'll be that. Yeah, we're in the same formation. Danaker and Clark as lead blockers. I really don't think you're going to see anything very cute here. Very vanilla. I think they've got a side picked out they want to run to. I think that was a discussion in the huddle. Which way are we going with this, guys? Cunningham split out left. Comes in motion to the right. Fisher takes the snap. Oh, he's got lots of room. He might score here. Oh, my goodness. He's inside the 10, inside the 5, down to the 4. That's going to be it. What a play.
He's going to step out of bounds there.
It's a little bit bold, though, rolling out to that left side because you don't have a lot of blockers or a lot of coverage out there. But
right.
Great read by Fisher. The ends crashed, the linebackers crashed, and he takes it down to the 3-yard line on a 17-yard carry. And now it is going to take 2 knees because he did run out of bounds, but that's okay. I forgive him. He's played a heck of a game. Had the cramp issue earlier, recovered from that. Shout out to Caleb Iron, who came in and had some important plays there a couple different times during the game. But now, is he gonna do the Stoker and try and punch this one in, or is he just going to take a knee? I think it's a knee. He's under center. He takes a snap, takes the knee. One more of those, and Bald Eagle will be even at 3-3 on the season. Their announcer's a little salty about it, the fact that they can't stop the clock. They got 4 timeouts. I don't know how many more they want.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, they're going to need to take one more knee, and they're inside 40 seconds.
We can
now,
do it
so
right now.
They can just do it right now, seal the deal.
And I do like that in high school when you're under center and you declare you're making this play, they can't crash the center.
Yep.
All
and
right.
that will seal the deal. The blue and gold will bring the curtain bolt back to Wingate.
That is a huge win. Biggest one of the season so far. I keep saying that, but tremendous victory and great game plan, great adjustments at halftime. Really nice job. That score right before the half is probably the turning point of this game.
Yeah.
Honestly, the defense played lights out against a very, very tough Bellefonte running attack. I'd like to see I'll look at the numbers in the paper tomorrow, but I don't think their running game was anywhere close to 100 yards today. No way.
No. Yeah, they did have a couple good chunk plays right at the beginning of the game, but from the start of the second quarter on, it was bottled up, and the big story tonight will be that the Eagles were able to control number 11, Smith Kirk, and pretty much deny him all night long. We talked about it. He's the star of this team. He's the guy. He's, the one when you need yards, you call his number. And, when you're that guy, you get this kind of treatment. You're going to be, bracketed when you're on the outside.
Yep.
When you run out to, do sweeps or whatever, you're always going to have a man on you. But they were able to control them and get the win here tonight.
Watching Danaker run across the field there. So important. I'm not surprised that our offensive and defensive lines were able to control line of scrimmage. I was a little surprised by how well our defensive backs did tackling those backs when they got outside.
Yeah.
And tackling the receivers when they threw those little out routes. So, great job by the defense. The offense did what it had to do. A great win. Pushes us forward in these last 4 games into the home stretch here.
So next week we will be at home versus Clearfield. Same bat time, same bat channel. And it will be homecoming, and that will start at 6 o'clock.
Nice. Good to have you back, Keith.
Good to be back.
Be another week here. Sure we'll be in communication, but great job tonight, guys.
Doug's playing us off.
He's giving us the hook here, guys. So for Keith Green and Trevor Kern, have a great evening.